Hello chat. Why do I always wake up halfway down the staircase? I go to sleep in my bed and I wake up halfway down the stairs. Don't understand it. Anyway, busy. What's the time in game? It looks quite dark. 00:32, it's midnight. Alright. No, we don't want to bed. Right. So what's the plan tonight, chat? Probably quite chilled. There's a town meeting. Tonight, so we're going to that. So depending on the RP in there, that will take up quite a bit of space. Quite a bit of time, rather. Where's the rest of my stuff? Flare guns, there. Torch is there. We have to repair that at some point. I could never see the spyglass. I have like a blind spot to it. It's not there, is it? Who's come and nicked my spyglass? In the other box. Don't have a water jar, but we should be right while we're in Storm's End. I'll take one to the meeting out of the sink in the bar. We've got to get a bit of food. Sparing the bird. Split that in half. Put that back in there. 9's alright for us for now. We're probably just going to be sitting down for a lot of this meeting. Which means we don't use food or drink when we're sitting. We'll have to have a shave. Let's go and have a shave. I don't need a bird for a meeting. We might put some berries. No bottles in there. Someone's been filling up all the... Unless they did despawn, because there was that problem with them. We'll put some berries in here later. We can get time to do that. Just go and also load it with berries. There's 4 beers in there. Where's we get bottles? Got no front door. Right, let's just have a look upstairs. So all that hassle last night we had with toilets. I think I'm going to try one last time. This clearly doesn't snap, so we'll lose this room. We've got that one there. That's lovely. I'm going to try and put the other one here opposite, and it might snap. You never know, but that's not a priority. Tonight we're going to the meeting. It's just about the RP really. Let's go and see people. Oh, let's read my post. Have I got any post? No post. Good. What lights have we got in here? Interesting. I can't see a light source. And yet it's pitch black. We're just getting the lights from outside, lighting up inside. Right, have a bit of that. This is good. So that one lamppost lights the whole pub. So that's the result. can't hear anyone. They ought to be awake. Right, this in daylight. Oh, we got that chest there. That's good. This is coming down. Well, I'm going to replace those, and I've got to remove the walls. I just put them onto. I'm going to pick them up and put them onto those foundations. So I don't think it's an issue, except I built too high. We're going to start at the top, come down, put everything in his chest, build it back up again. That wall is fine. This door needs to be turned around. Then that will be fine, and then we build the other 3 walls. It actually won't take more than 5 minutes because we've got all the pieces.
I don't know who built it, but yeah, it's pretty.
Hello there.
Oh, nice. It's Mirth.
How are we doing?
Doing good. Long time no see.
Yep, you too. Good to see you up at this time.
It's good to be up.
Hi there.
Hi. I don't think we've met. I'm Rhiannon.
Hello there.
At Hunter's Bridge.
All right, yeah, I'm Mirth. I'm the builder, the cook, and the steward here. So pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I do what Mo tells me, basically.
Sometimes.
So, yeah, sometimes. Right, I better get a seat for the meeting.
I better get out your hair then. I think you might need to let me out.
Oh, you can stay.
I've got
in case you want to join Storm's End someday.
I've got horse babies anyway, so.
Hi everyone.
All right,
But I'll still be awake afterwards.
Oh, we gotta go
Hey,
get your
Mirth.
horse.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
They must be expecting us to revolt. He's got his shield.
He likes carrying that shield around. A strong left arm. Hey Robin, alright mate? You coming to the meeting? Town meeting at past.
Ready. It's ready in case one of us causes trouble. Probably thinks.
Is it you or me? Who's going to make the trouble?
It's probably me. It might be both of us.
We can take turns.
That's right.
Alright, anything you want me to bring up or say?
Oh, Jim, you're gonna sit between us now, just so he's ready. It's close by. Stop it early. Don't burn yourself, Robin. That metal armor will get really hot.
Totally.
So now we're just waiting for people. I'm tempted to rip that tower down, but yeah, that'd upset the apple cart a bit, wouldn't it? I must admit, I keep meaning to watch Bongo play Lord of the Rings to see how they're getting on. But he seems to stream when I'm at work, obviously because he's a New Zealander. So he's 12 hours different from us. And you know, my boss doesn't like it if I sit and watch Twitch at work too much.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I quickly threw that Ranger's tower together last night, but I'm going to rip it down and build it properly. I was just testing stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What was that for, Nala?
That was wrong.
What was what? What did I do?
The
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Not feeling very well.
No, No, I'm
Oh.
sorry. I've been sick. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't for anything. I was just literally clearing my throat.
Hey,
She said that, man.
you're giving me shit about having a lady.
God, no. If I was gonna do that, I'd have done it in the stable while she was there.
If I was going to do that, I'd lose my voice. I'd have to do that myself.
It's just hard to keep up with who the latest lady is.
I wasn't gonna say
Hello,
nothing.
everybody.
I wasn't gonna say a word. I was keeping my mouth
I'll say it.
shut.
I don't do
What do you
subtle
mean?
very well.
Okay. I know
What do you
it's
mean
all
it's hard to
right.
keep up with my love life? I just met her the other day.
Mhm.
Which one? That?
Mhm.
What's that, Robin?
Which one? That?
Yeah, the one that was just here.
Hmm.
I mean, she's the only one, isn't she? I think.
Well, we don't ever know. We don't know.
HD.
Yeah, unless there's any battle chickens.
As far as I know. I mean, who
Before
else
it's
would it
already,
be?
before it's already late, but that's one end.
I mean,
Robin?
you were making some pretty heavy moves on Willow the other day.
I wasn't gonna say nothing
damn.
again. I was
No,
not
just-
gonna say anything.
Yeah, I
We were just
kind of
trying
caught
to-
that
Uh-huh.
too.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
We were just
Well,
talking about how
yeah.
amazing she was for building.
Oh, was that what that was? Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You might take that
That's
as
what they call it now, right?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, you guys are horrible.
We're horrible. We weren't the one.
Hey.
I wasn't trying to get with Willow. I just met Willow and she
That's
I
how it
can't do that,
started.
mate. Now I'm
Help us
sat
out.
here. I
she's
can't
on
just
Maester
drop
Tower
Nala
and
to sit
hates
Victoria.
boxes, so she put rounded corners on a box.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to recall that
made
you
a
threatened,
box.
you threatened to kidnap
I'll chat to her
and
later,
not
but-
let her out.
I can't be wicked to anyone.
So she could build.
Oh.
I love her
Yeah.
building.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. All right. We're not saying nothing. We're just sitting here. We're just
Wow.
Bloody got shield now.
Wow. You guys have been around DJ too much.
So depending what happens,
He's
chat,
been training
I might
us.
not talk too much tonight.
I can
'cause we'll
tell.
see.
I don't
There's going to be a
know.
lot of people talking anyway. So we'll see what happens at the meeting,
Hell,
and
he's
then
got
we'll.
Leo thinking I'm a
pipe up the
whore. He's got y'all thinking I'm a whore.
Now, I did not call you
Nobody's
any
thinking
names.
anything.
I
Nobody
didn't
used
either.
that word. No, not
That's
No.
right.
DJ,
Nope.
DJ and Robin just did.
Well, DJ does quite a bit, but yeah.
DJ
did
just
not.
calls you
I did
slacker.
not call you any names.
Oh no, he's
Oh,
last
he
few
calls
times
him
I've
a
called
man whore
DJ.
too.
Yeah.
I've witnessed that. I have.
Robin just called me a man whore a little bit ago. Oh, the only one I've been trying to hang out with was the one that was just here. She's cute and has tattoos.
Well, how do you know she has tattoos?
I was going to ask that.
Because they're all over her body. It was over
I was gonna say, where?
Uh-huh.
her I mean, her, literally her entire body. Or, like, she was over there at the Legacy Outpost opening.
Uh-huh.
That's where I met her.
Okay.
Uh-huh,
Okay. All right.
uh-huh. In the swimsuit. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got caught admiring her tattoos and
Yep, I did.
that's all it was. I mean, they're nice. They go from her shoulders all the way down to her feet.
That's where I'm going, Mum. I haven't got any tattoos then.
Yep, they help.
You need a little help there, Mirth?
I don't know if I've got the
I hooked up with
energy.
One of my exes. She came by the other night.
Am I the only one that doesn't have any tattoos? I'm just curious.
No, I don't
No,
have
I
that.
don't.
Am I like?
I don't.
Okay. Okay.
So-
I was just wondering. It's like everybody has tattoos.
Have you guys?
Do I need to
heard
get
why I
tattoos?
don't
Is that
wear a
it?
shirt?
No.
I think it's a Knight and Ranger thing, really.
Well,
I
have you heard why?
tried myself.
No,
guys
why
ever
don't you
heard
wear a
why-
shirt?
Why I don't wear a shirt?
No. Why?
No, I haven't.
See, I used to wear one all the time. I used to wear chitin actually, and Well, it had broke. My shirt had broke. We'd had a trank fight, and our blacksmith wasn't awake. You know, this is a few summers ago when the Timberlands first moved to the Redwoods. Bill, I went over to Crystal Falls. Used to be there at the lake in the Redwoods. And their blacksmith was awake, and she fixed my shirt. And there's like 3 or 4 ladies standing there, and they were talking about how sexy I looked without a shirt. So,
Well, I knew it had to end with a woman. I knew it had to end with a woman.
I knew it.
Right? Yeah.
They were talking about how sexy I looked, so I just, I threw my shirt away, and I mean, now I have one for official business, but it still feels weird wearing one.
Well, it didn't feel weird when you was wearing kite until somebody told you needed to go around without a shirt.
It didn't feel weird, and then, I mean, see, back then I was still trying to find a lady, and I mean, when you got 4 ladies telling you how sexy you look, I mean, you kind of listen to them.
Okay, Mirth. Okay, yeah. You probably have to go without a shirt if you're gonna get the ladies.
Get Mirth, take your shirt off and get tattoos, and
There you go.
Well, now we know.
Oh my god.
There we go.
But there we go. There we go. I don't know. That just works for men, right? Because I don't know about going around with no shirt on. I just, yeah.
I bet you could get some guys with no shirt on.
Probably, but not the kind I'd want.
They can't do a winter though, it's too cold.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, mind you, I've heard tell that some of those wildling women up there go shirtless all the time for bottom.
It's cold.
I'm still trying to
It's
figure
cold.
that one out. Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty
I
cold.
mean, I fought the Night King up there with no shirt on before. You get used to it. I used to spend a lot of time up at Castle Black when I was trying to hook up with Shivani.
Oh, Jesus.
And they can't wear metal armor up there
Do you
because they
notice-
stick
I
to it
don't
in
know,
the
is it-
cold.
And another woman can.
Is it just me, or do all these
Yeah.
stories revolve around a female? Every single
so
one of them
far,
he's
yeah.
told so far since he sat down. Okay, all right. I'm
You know,
just checking.
except the old stories revolve around dodos.
I mean, I ain't trying to
well.
I ain't trying to find a man to get with, so yeah, they're gonna revolve around ladies.
How about a story that doesn't revolve around a lady?
I don't have any.
Okay, all right.
Might-
That's yep. Okay.
That sort of proves our point.
I mean, even the ones that didn't mean to revolve around ladies ended up revolving around ladies. Like Merce said, I used to carry a dodo around everywhere. Joya, she was my companion. Loved that chicken to death.
I remember that.
And well, all the ladies flocked to my chicken.
I didn't flock to your chicken. Not all the ladies flocked to your chicken.
Okay.
Not everybody wanted your chicken.
A lot of ladies flocked to my chicken because it was a
What
beautiful
is it?
chicken.
Time on, bro?
I
You
bet
might
you they
wanna lay down
just
before
wanted
the
to see
meeting,
the
buddy.
size on that chicken, right?
Oh God.
I mean, they talked about it all the time. Oh, you would have loved Joya. She was beautiful.
It was a beautiful dodo, but still,
Robin,
That
you might
just-
want to lay down before the meeting.
What is it?
Your voice is scratchy. Or is it just me?
No, it's a little scratchy.
Actually,
Gotta
I've
move, I
got
gotta
a
move.
baby
I
that
gotta
is
move.
coming, so I may be a couple minutes late if that's all right. I
Oh,
can
not
bring
a
it up
problem.
here.
This is more of a open forum with anybody's questions or concerns than a full-on meeting. So. Really, the only business side of it that I have is what we want to do about the next tier of blueprints, if we have the money for
Something
it.
Yeah, I know.
I still need to get to the
How much
bank.
money do we need?
I've never been yet, so they owe me 50 at least.
That'll get us enough for one blueprint, but I know Night's Watch was wanting to go half in on saddles for the stags. I guess I missed Reyes the other day when he was here, so to see if he wanted to do the blue or stitched or the purple stitched.
best one is the Jally saddle, if you're thinking about any kind of combat. But that's a lot of gold.
Yeah, it sure is.
They start with like 20,000 health, so.
Yeah, but only one person can benefit from that, whereas the stag saddles, you know, full-on cavalry can
Yeah.
benefit from it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, in several places too. It wouldn't just be. Night Watch could use them. We could use Landon.
Do we know which of our tailors has got
They sell
the most
shoes.
points in crafting skill?
Idis.
Idis is a master tailor now.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Well, that's good.
Did
I
you
say
give any more
King's
thought to it,
I said
Animal?
Kingsland. I didn't mean Kingsland. King's Landing is that.
I have. I don't know. You kind of startled me there, but the more I think about it, I don't go do that much. And if I do, I'm sure if I asked one of the guys to go with me, they would. So I don't see why I couldn't do that.
Oh, awkward silence.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys decide you want to get a blueprint that would require me, or would be helped by me doing that, I'd be happy.
Are we expecting DJ? Do we know?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
He's normally awake about this time. I don't know who's coming though.
Yeah, sometimes even earlier. Oh, Robin started drinking.
Well, crap, there goes my protection.
I'm trying to stockpile beer because I'm thinking of. I'm talking a meeting, but I'm thinking of opening the pub this weekend.
I hope so.
Oh, that would be
That would
great.
be nice.
I don't like drama, so I drink.
What? Who said there's any drama?
What drama?
Oh, there's definitely drama.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
Oh, okay.
Hence why I'm drinking. By the way, Mo, is that
I've
better?
I miss out on everything. I don't. Yes, it is better. I don't. Okay. Thought we were just talking about blueprints. Okay, well, let's get our seatbelts on and get ready for the ride then.
That's a point. Just making sure everything's loaded.
Oh, is it gonna be that bad?
Are you kidding me?
Well, dang.
Maybe I will go get a shield.
No, it'll be alright.
Get me one as well, in please.
Yeah.
Anyone else showing up to this? Or not?
I
Or what?
don't know.
I don't
I'm
think
not
we
sure.
know.
Yeah. Normally around this time we get DJ and Zahara awake, but they're the other two apart from the people I'm seeing around me that are awake at this time. But
Mhm.
Well, is anybody sing or anything while we're waiting?
I saw Zahara asleep by the one of the gates there, next to those new silos.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's a weird place to sleep.
Mhm.
It is
Well,
Sahara
maybe
that's
she's
all
trying.
talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a flat spot, she'll sleep in it.
Oh,
Outside, in the doorway.
I've not left the city today. But has anyone been out and fainted?
Oh yeah, a few times.
I haven't been out yet. I fainted yesterday,
Twice in
but
a
I
minute.
don't know about today.
Once by the sign, once by the boat.
Yeah, I've been alright down by the boat, but by that where I put that sign is always the bad spot.
I went out and got berries, but I wasn't down by the sign. I was right out in front.
I sleep in the keep.
Have you fell asleep outside anywhere, Mom?
Actually, last night, since the banker assisted us, was the first time I've fallen asleep at the corner. And then the day before that, down by the boats. That's why I took the death ramp out to see if it would help down there.
Mhm.
I think this.
Other than that, since the banker was here, I haven't fallen asleep outside at all.
Well, since I removed my sparkler from my torch and stuff like that, I haven't.
Oh, really?
That,
That's a weird one.
Yep.
that surprises me though because that's how can I say?
For the
It's
last
an official
sleep I
sparkler.
had dreams of it mentioning skins.
Well, I've never had
Oh.
any trouble falling asleep with my sparkler.
No. I don't use it if I'm out and about because I don't want to attract the wildlings. So.
Mhm.
You're
Are you
bright
saying
green.
you fall
You're
asleep
going to
when
attract
you have?
wildlings.
Are you saying you fall asleep when you have the sparkler out, or just having it in your inventory?
In my pocket. I don't know if it was that, it just hasn't happened since I took it off and threw it away.
Oh, okay.
Just another thing I'm trying, because to be honest, I'm sick of it. Especially I've got to rush out, and every time I rush out, I don't fall asleep.
Yeah, that would be hard for you guys. Yeah.
Knowing my luck, I'll end up waking up and I've been robbed.
Well, I wonder if anybody else is coming.
Doesn't look like it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm surprised.
Give it a few more minutes and see.
I mean, they've known about it. It's not like it wasn't advertised or talked about. So.
Yeah, we got that
I'm
great big
surprised
sign up on
Sahara
the
ain't
keep.
awake. She's been awake
Yeah.
pretty much all the time.
Yeah, it's been posted for what, almost a week now, half a week.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
long
At
time,
least.
yeah.
I know the other Robin said he wasn't coming. But I don't know about anybody else.
Oh yeah. My brother, you mean?
Your brother, is it?
So
Edmund
because
had
me
to
and
go to
Robin,
sleep.
so me and Robin have got the same first names. We're actually brothers, according to somebody from Sunspear.
Right. I did know his sister.
Really?
His
So
sister
he
was
was
his sister was failing over at Highgarden.
And he said, until I provide
really?
him with documentation, we are brothers, and that's how he sees us. And then he said, move on.
Yeah, yeah. Robin the Hunter is Failing's brother.
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Mirth. Aren't there a bunch of single ladies at Highgarden that already like the color green?
Yeah, I don't get out much.
It's just good.
That's where this dimorphodon come from.
I know most of the ladies over there actually. Failing,
Yeah,
Emma,
did Cassie
Claire,
knows that. She's
Fitia.
pretty good.
There we go. See, we can get you all kinds of ladies.
How's it turn around on me now?
You said something about ladies and tattoos, and then it went from there. We were talking about Mo and his fascination with ladies with tattoos.
Yeah. So what you're saying? Do you think I need to find someone then?
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs somebody.
I have my two ladies.
Yeah, but you know, on them cold nights, those are going to get cold, and then you're going to be cold, and then it's just not the same.
Hmm.
I could hook you up with old Sage or Shivani, or I'm trying to think, what single ladies do I know?
Yeah, I think Shivani might be a handful.
I think you could handle her. She ain't as tough as she acts, trust me. Just fall off of a roof once, and she changes real quick. Not that I know from experience or anything.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay, maybe I do. I fell off the roof at the Night's Watch stable once, and
Yeah,
she went
I
from
could do
hard
that.
ass to soft hearted, like real quick.
I could up it out. Don't want Mo to get me a
Hook you up
lady.
with Willow. You guys can be a build team.
I liked Willow. She seemed very, very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Y'all thinking I was trying to get with her. Shame on y'all.
And she
Oh,
actually,
there was no thinking.
she actually
There
made me
was no
think. All the
thinking.
time I've been
It was-
building, in other lands, I've used birds in the past to help me get to higher places, but I've never considered the lizards. It's only when she was using the lizard to build roofs and things, I thought, why didn't I think of that?
I used the lizard
yeah.
before the storm for building all the time.
You have to say Scarlet always used her lizard.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
I tend to just
I've
jump
tried
from roof to
few
roof.
times now to see Scarlet. She's always busy.
I haven't tried to see her at all. Don't want to.
I mean, like all the time. Every time I've been there, she walks off and busy.
Yep, no interest in seeing her. Hell, I didn't even want to go check on them after the reports of wildlands there the other night. And
I miss
luckily,
Toiva, though.
Shivani. Yeah, I do miss Toiva. I say, luckily, Shivani and Kadash showed up and said they'd already been to Stoneward, so I didn't have to go.
Yeah, I miss Toiva. I used to chat to her a lot before the storm.
Then again, she'd have kicked my ass the other night for getting hurt, so maybe glad
Yep.
she wasn't sort of here. She's always got harsh words for me and DJ.
Oh, that day after we went north, holy shit, I thought all three of us were dead.
What was it you called it? A dick swinging contest?
Oh, yeah, oh. I have never in my life, I've fought the Night King, I've fought wildlings, I've tried to go to war. I've never been so scared in my life as the day Toiva got pissed off and went off on the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
She started to walk away, turned around, and she goes, I don't know what the hell it is with you three and your dick swinging contests, and you got people to worry about here. If you guys go up there and die, I mean, she went off for like 15 minutes just screaming at us.
A woman to be reckoned with.
Yep.
I remember that night because I just had to wait at Castle Black. Victoria was with me, but we weren't allowed through the gate, so we just had supplies for first aid and food for when people came back. But yeah, it was still intense.
Well, me and DJ were given orders not to go.
Yeah, they were told not to go, they went, and not knowing they went, I went.
And when he got there, it was done.
Yeah. I had no idea they were there. I get up there as they're calling it, and the first thing I hear is, Duke, we'll talk about this later. Oh, shit. Well, we didn't even get to talk about it. Toiva did all the talking.
Yep. Oh yeah, and Maya smacked me in the face.
Yeah, they didn't smack me. They didn't care about me. They just loved you two.
I don't think I've even been inside Stonewall since the storm. I don't even know what people they've got there this season.
I don't know who all lives there, but I will say they've done a nice job building it. I just have no cares to go there.
Yeah, they have a new builder that started with them this summer. So Hunter was telling me.
Well, hell, I guess nobody else is showing
No,
up. So,
this is it.
I don't mean to be rude. I'm just gonna move a minute so that we don't.
Yeah, let's all take a
Yeah,
minute,
good.
run around the fire real quick,
Yep. Yep.
jump around a little bit,
Yep. Okay, we should be good. All right.
Morning PT sessions every day.
Yep, keeps us look fit and healthy, looking good for the ladies. I throw that last part in before you guys say anything.
I was just getting ready to say, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to look good for the ladies. That's exactly it, Mo. Yep.
I had to throw that part in just because of what you guys were saying earlier. It's always
Yep,
about the
yep.
ladies. Well, I guess we'll get started. The only thing I had personally needed to talk about, like I said, this is more of an open forum. Questions, concerns, a chance for all of us to sit around and talk for once. The next round of blueprints goes on sale Saturday. So, open to ideas of what we should get.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure on what you should get, but I think you should look at getting something that could make you some money for Storm's End. Gold.
Yeah, now that a master tailor, fur, desert, stuff like that's an option. Annalyn said she would be willing to become a master blacksmith, so we could go with the swords or flak or anything.
yeah. The only thing about flak is it doesn't benefit everybody. If we get fur or desert or the swords, anyone in Storm's End can benefit. If you get flak, only the certain people can benefit from it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, there's
that's
some
true.
swords that everyone can't use, though, isn't there?
Yeah, that's true.
You can only
also.
get the one sword now.
Yeah, they're only doing the one blueprint this summer.
Ah, okay.
Do you miss our sword from last summer? It was pretty great.
I I know I still have to speak with Reyes since I missed him when he stopped by the other day. Like I said, he was wanting to go half in on the blue stitch stag saddles. And I suggested to his steward that we do the purple stitched instead because it'd be a greater benefit to us and them.
Yeah, and that'd benefit everyone.
If we can afford it, I would like to get something that, we can benefit from, and sell. Unfortunately, our desert hasn't sold too well because of, we didn't have we didn't find a master tailor in time before the blue stuff started selling.
Yeah. See, the purple saddles is a great benefit to us and the Night's Watch, but then no one else can buy them because they're stags.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, and if we're going a halves with a Night's Watch, it's not really going to benefit. Apart from protection, it's not going to make any gold or anything like that.
No.
No.
Considering the price of it
any
anyway.
money. That would be a purchase simply in case, something were to happen so we're fully protected.
And there has
I'd
been a
like
lot
to
of
bring up
wildings.
the thing. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
One of you two.
So, has anything else been going on in regards to any more items missing?
I haven't heard of anything. The only thing that's been reported to me was Zahara said her doors were left open. This was the night before last, I believe. Other than that, nobody has told me about anything else going missing.
I've got nothing of value, so. But, yeah, I've not seen any other strange
Yeah,
behaviour.
I don't really either.
Things went
I
missing,
do
then
know
all of a
that,
sudden it stopped completely. So it's thieves
I
still
do
about
know
then.
that Slash has been staying night here, Sahara's, so that's probably why the doors were open, because he was definitely here the other night. And I met him again
Or
today.
Michael. Michael
Yeah,
sleeps on the
that
sofa.
too.
Wait,
That's true.
what?
Yeah.
The purple hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, Slash was here again last night. I just saw him a little while ago before the storm.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday.
I knew Slash had been staying. I didn't know Michael was.
Yeah, he stayed a few times.
I don't really know why, because his home is only close.
No, I have no idea.
Like I said, sometimes it
And-
gets cold at night.
And are all the animal tags taken care of that we know of?
All the what?
Yeah.
Animal tags?
All the animals owned. I think we've got more.
There's a couple.
Oh, tag.
Yeah, there's a couple I think that need tagging.
Thank you for bringing that up, because that was
and
something I was
maybe a
wanting to talk about
philo.
today. Is that something that's very, very important? We've got to make sure they're tagged. If I start seeing stuff untagged again, I'm going to name it and say it has 24 hours to live. Victoria, as head stable hand, you can help me with this.
Yep.
If, say I walk out here and I find a horse and it doesn't have somebody's name on it, I'm going to change it to, will die on, 11/16, and if nobody's claimed it by then, it's gone. If it's somebody's breeder, it doesn't matter. It should have had a name on it, Because personally, I've been hitting the head enough at the bank. I don't want to be getting hit in the head at home too by the bankers.
Right.
Can't blame you.
True.
Because that mace they got now hurts like a sumbitch.
The other thing I want to bring up
Word
is
for it.
about patrol routes and stuff. People filling in forms that we've patrolled in certain areas and that sort of thing?
That's something we'll have to get you, Fleo, DJ, and Robin and myself all like maybe a separate meeting, since we're the ones to do the patrols.
Yeah. I was wondering because there's a little house under the waterfall, and one in the middle of the green obelisk area. Have we got record of everyone who's living on our lands?
The fella at the Green Obelisk we've met, we actually met him while he was building, when Zaldresis was still here. The one
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
under the waterfall, I believe, is Sylvius, if that's the same house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, all of that area on the map that I like to call Florida, that's all Storm's End land as well, isn't it?
So those two, and then
I don't know if
I
anyone's
believe
living there.
Legacy Outpost, the only ones I've personally seen.
Just if they're on our land, the patrol route should include, just visiting and staying polite to our neighbours, really,
Very true.
and possibly extorting rent money from them.
Yeah, we talked about taxes early in the summer, and from my experience with taxes, you start trying to tax people, they just move and say screw it, so they really ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Suppose so.
Yeah, being ruthless, they might be so substantially built up now that they don't want to move, but
Yeah, but that's something you should start from sort of the very beginning, I suppose. Not just randomly when you
Yep.
want to. So, do we discuss the argument that's been going on lately then? Even though
Yeah,
one person's missing from that?
Let's like I said, this is an open forum. Any questions or concerns? I know we wanted to talk about defensive animals, but it looks like they're coming along now.
What you mean, the 1,000,001 tree cats we got? That's been
Well, we actually have
Haven't really
Challies
looked
now.
around.
So I know when somebody brought that to my attention, we had one Chally and 200 tree cats. But we're getting Challies and Kentros. We're getting them now, so that's good. Keep that up, guys. You guys are doing excellent. Now the internal drama. Victoria, did you have something you wanted to say about it? I know Robin's concerned.
Yeah. There was a few things that I needed to discuss with you. I don't like to, air personal stuff in others, but yeah, Zahar and I kind of had a little words, you might say, last night.
Yeah, I'd say. I turned up just
Kendra,
during the
yeah,
middle.
yeah. Kendra from the Night's Watch had come by, and she has always been very loyal and a good friend to Storm's End. She has supplied us with many breeding animals and has helped us anywhere we can, even this season with help arranging to get the high health or high melee that we needed. And anyways, she is alone at Castle Black quite often when the wildlings attack, and has found herself waking up in the bed in the middle of the night and wondering what has happened. And then when she realizes, oh, I better go warn people, because that's right, I think the wildlings were about, she cannot get anywhere fast enough. So she tamed herself a high-aged iguanodon, which was a male, and had asked us if we had a female that we could breed with. And she was like, if you want to snip it, whatever, I'm fine with that. I just need to imprint so that I can get the best bond with it. And I said, I think we can arrange that. That should be no problem. And so Zahra was the one who was breeding them. So when I asked her, got a bunch of attitude, got a bunch of, words and lip, which was very uncalled for, kind of embarrassing and unprofessional in front of Kendra. But she had agreed, okay, yeah, she would do it. After Kendra left, I got blasted, and she said, nope, nobody's getting it. Nope, they're mine, mine, mine. I always get this, So, yeah, then issues came out, and we kind of did a backtrack of things that had been going on and situations which I will talk privately with you. And yeah, it just kind of got to the point where she's behind on the STAG program and refuses any help from me. I know last summer about this time I had outfitted all of Storm's End nights and such with good stags ready to go. And anytime I offer help or suggestions, it's just I just get attitude back. Even the breeders, I'm like, we're all working on the same team here. It's all one team, and it's not mine, yours. It's ours. We're working for the better good of Storm's End, and uh, yeah. So, anyways, then I said to her, let's talk about the theft. Robin got, he's had claws stolen. Sir Draven had claws stolen. I know for a fact that the night before Sir Draven was about to leave for Essos, he told me that there was a certain situation that was going on. I pleaded for him not to go. I mean, we were engaged. I, he was my right hand here, the person who protected me the most, and yet I had no idea why he was acting so odd, in the weeks or the days prior. But he just said that it became an environment that he didn't he couldn't handle anymore, and we had to leave. So we had this few words over it, and I said I'm very dedicated to Storm's End. I don't think my work is done here yet. And I said, but if you have to go, then you go. I won't stop you. So we settled things between us, and I gave him his 3 raptor claws. He had made a little makeshift house out of with a door, and he had put his belongings in a locker. And I went to the house to finish securing all the windows. Um, I had the windows set so that you could look out, but nobody could look in. Next thing I know, I'm hearing somebody outside my door and trying my door. So I go to the door and open it, and it's Sahara, and I startled her, and she was like, oh, I didn't know anybody was here. I didn't know you were awake. And I said, yeah, I'm just working. And she goes, well, I'm just doing patrols. So, I was kind of wondering why she was having to patrol my house at night, especially with all the thefts going on and such. But I did, look around before I went to bed, checking on the animals and such, and there was only 2 people awake. It was Sir Alistair and Zahara. And I went to sleep, and when I woke up, uh, Sir Draven was lying next to me, and I was like, why is he here? He went to sleep in his little box house, and so I go out, and Tobin was awake, and Sir Alistair, and they were explaining to me that Tobin had to build a house on that spot that he had built, and I was like, okay, do you know where his things are? Because I didn't see them, and kind of worried because I knew there was 3 raptor claws in there. So They said, well, they had, I had checked the box where they had moved all the stuff. There was no raptor claws. So I said, there was 3 raptor claws in here and they're not here now. And Tobin said, well, I didn't see anything. You can check me, here's my bird, check me, whatever, and yeah, everybody was kind of like concerned, okay, so somebody who had access to that door walked in and took it. So it had to be somebody from Storm's End. And so I asked Tobin when he woke, and according to that time, it had been between an hour and a half since I had gone to bed. And according to Sir Alistair, nobody else was awake other than him and Sahara. And he happened to have twitchy eyes that night. So you guess, who would you assume would have been the one? Later, I found out that the reason why Sir Draven had to leave was because he was being, how do I put this delicate? Having too much of the negative attention from Zahara, and she did not like it that he was leaving. And according to a conversation between Rukon and Alistair, Alistair was saying how he had caught Sahara after they had a little squabble. She had gone into his place and kind of cleaned out stuff, which kind of showed that there was a little bit of a maybe a vindictive motive there or something. I don't know. But I know Zahara's not here to defend herself, so she is more than welcome to say her piece. But this is what I know, and you all know me as a truthful person. I don't jump to conclusions unless there is evidence. But it's just become a case where a friend of mine, Johnson, has come, and he will not live here in Storm's End until this situation is settled, just because of that. But even after that, you were trying to figure out who stole the raptor claws. Just one moment. I just gotta feed this little one here.
I don't like thieves. I don't like thieves between friends and family.
No, and it's certainly...
Exactly.
I don't know any of it, but what you said follows a logical path.
Exactly. And so, well, the next day, I come around from the stable and I'm just heading up to the courtyard here from the back, and I see DJ's door open. And lo and behold is Zahara. She had fallen asleep in the doorway. And DJ just happened to come upon it at the same time, and we looked inside, all the doors were open. Well, who did that? DJ looked at me and said, okay, this has got to stop. So the next day, he had put a sign up there saying in the warehouse, return those raptor claws. You've got 72 hours to return them. Otherwise, judgment will be swift. And as far as that goes, I guess it scared the living bejeebus out of whoever it was, which I think we all know who
we were
did
just talking about you.
Because, I haven't seen or heard anything gone missing since then. But, I just feel like justice hasn't really been served. I don't think that, I can't lay down and say that this isn't all circumstantial, but I know that if there's only one person that was awake during that time and there was just cause and motive, that should all be considered. And I think something needs to be done. I mean, as head stable hand, I just want the best for Storm's End. And Nala and I, we get along great. We have a great time. But anytime it has to deal with Sahara in, like moving out the big animals, it's become a headache in there. I'm having a really hard time working because, we had arranged that we were going to divide the big animals and the deer and horses just because of the headache situation. But again, a situation where she wasn't going to abide by that. There's many times I've had requests for people for imprinting, and it's hard to arrange. I think things are a little better now. Um, Doing the paperwork, I know we had that little words one time in front of you, but again, it was over something because a mistake was made because it wasn't properly paperwork done on it. There's just, uh, so
For,
much more that
for
I don't
me,
really need to go into.
for me, there's two issues here. So the matter of the theft is for Lord Mo to consider. The matter of working in the stable, you're the boss. You're the head stable hand. So you work with your team. You all want to get on together. But at the end of the day, if you say something needs to be done in the stable, you're the boss down there. And hopefully Nala and Zahara should see that.
And I'm not a hard person. I mean, I'm pretty lenient. And as far as breeders go, I mean, I have no problem. We always have the respect among stable hands. You don't touch the females. That's the breeder, but the males have always been interchanged. That's never been a problem. But with Sahara, it's like, these are mine, this is mine, don't touch it. She even has it tagged on her animals, do not touch. I mean, if it's a mutation, that's your right, that's yours. But anything else, I purchased a high health phyllo from the Timberlands, and I wanted to incorporate it in there, but it just seemed like somebody was kind of pulling an Andy, I guess, and wanting to breed something for their own pocket. And I couldn't trust her in that area. So I've been doing it on the side, kind of thing.
Yeah, but you're collectively, you're Storm's End stable hands, and the work should all benefit Storm's End.
Yes.
And you should enjoy your role.
Yes,
But yeah.
exactly.
It seems to me that, the animals belong to Storm's End.
Yes.
Your stable hand here, you've agreed to work on a program that benefits Storm's End, not you personally. And I guess I would be interested, Nala, in what your experience has been, since you're the other stable hand.
I don't have any problem operating that way. I'm perfectly happy doing what I do. I'm perfectly happy helping in any way I can. And Victoria and I share animals all the time. I mean, she knows any animal I have, she's welcome to use anytime she needs it. I don't have a problem at all with that.
Vice versa.
So, yeah. So
Do you experience difficulty with Zahara?
I personally haven't, but I mean, I don't deal with the stags any at this point.
Okay,
I don't deal with any of that, but I have seen
I didn't
some
have a shave,
of
look. I needed to shave.
the attention, that goes on.
Okay,
But
just curious.
yeah, I'm good at staying out of the way, though. I go do my thing. I stay in my area. So
Yeah, but I think as long as animals are not being taken from the stable or killed without asking people, anything in that stable is for use by any of the stable hands if it benefits Storm's End's breeding program.
yeah,
Yes,
I would agree
but
with that.
Sahara sees it differently. It's caused some conflict. It really has.
I'm no stable
My
hand,
biggest headache
but-
was
Yeah, go on.
the amount of animals in that barn. That is the thing with the headaches.
Yeah,
I have fallen asleep a couple of times. There was a reason reason why the building plan, and Mirth knows this, that we had actually even another barn planned, just to kind of divide up, you know, so that it wasn't all congregated in one area to cause headaches.
Yeah.
But
Bears, cats,
last
challies.
season,
Yeah.
last season I went from barn to barn. I had everything, you know, done and fed, and Zahara doesn't want to move from barn to barn. She wants everything underneath her one roof, which, you know, understandably would be ideal, but it just it's not practical.
No, and she needs to
So
appreciate that some
it's
people
just
get
that
worse headaches than others.
exactly.
I've got a
So
good fast
it just
system,
comes
so
to the point of
that's bright.
uh, you know, I almost can't tolerate the situation. I kind of want to see justice over the whole theft situation, and
Are y'all ready for today?
it's really
Yeah,
affecting
you have to keep us
my
at
day
the
to day. I mean,
time.
I've been
We're having a bit
busy,
of a meeting at the minute.
you know, working and trying to
Yeah,
arrange
I
stuff.
noticed that when I walked the duck, and I was like, oh,
Which reminds me, there was another thing I wanted to address.
Can you come back
But
in about
I did the
15 minutes?
patio up there, helped get the other barn built up. We've been
yeah, I
constantly
can. I'll
working and
probably
working to
just
improve Storm's
wait
End. And I
outside.
currently, we've got Edmund, who built another one of
So
these
what do you need me to do?
beautiful
Just go and
kind
let
of
you in and give
gazebos,
you
which will
access to
be
anything?
like a show stage for all the
Pretty much.
the
I
big
can do the
animals
rest by
for
myself,
sale.
but
But
DJ or two.
uh, which the other topic I
Oh
wanted
no,
to
I can
bring
stay up
is
there with you.
Noel and I were
Just
talking,
got a
and
few things that need
we
to be
kind
sorted
of
out
came up
here.
with this really good
No, that's fine.
idea about
I'll just wait
Just
outside
give us a
for you
having
period,
guys.
okay?
inviting all of Westeros. We'll have a day of occasion where everybody can bring their wares. If they have blueprints, they can come get orders. We can set up, like Mirth should have his tavern going by then. We can have food and drinks and
Yeah, market
some
day.
party things, and invite everybody.
Yeah.
Come bring your
Yeah,
horses,
yeah.
come bring your wares, come, you know, and we can, Storm's End is so huge, we can stagger them along, so it's not like a whole lot of people have to congregate in one area to talk, but I think it would bring in some revenue. It would show off our beautiful kingdom, and it would be a really good social event, and a little profit from that, because everybody in Westeros would benefit. You know, show off the colors of your horses, or show off, you know, this and that, and we can, you know, set
Yeah,
things up.
Casterly did
But
one of them a couple summers ago, and I don't think they made a whole lot off of it, uh, but they rented out the stalls,
Yeah, I remember that.
you know, for a few gold, and then you know, everybody was welcome to, you know, sell their stuff for whatever.
Even as a social event, I do like that idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, it just brings people together. You know, last season I just didn't have the opportunity to go from kingdom to kingdom to go visit all the stables and see what they had. But, you know, like, just bring it here. Let's see what you got, you know, and let's celebrate over it, and maybe make a few purchases, and, you know, maybe make a little money. I think it would be a really good idea, and Storm's End is starting to look gorgeous. I mean, really,
Yes.
the builders have done such an excellent job. I think it's, you know, time to celebrate and say, hey, look what we've done here. It's pretty good, and, you know, come on out.
I like that idea. Market day, yeah.
To go off topic a little bit, is there enough evidence to question this person regarding theft?
Guess that would be up to Mo.
Um, she brought that up to me last night after the argument and said something about the night you said it was just her. It was her, Alistair, and Robin Knight were a little awake, and Tobin.
When I went to bed, there was her and Sir Alistair, and I know that for a fact. Tobin woke up about an hour and a half later, as did Robin. Robin Night Willow, and they being in the same kind of dream state time. And I have known, yeah, she tried to imply, even to Sir Draven before he left, that it could have been Robin Night Willow who took it. Robin Night Willow is a personal friend of ours. We've known him for seasons and seasons, and I trust him like a brother. I trust him complicitly. He's never stolen anything, and anytime he does have raptor claws, he's always handed them over for the kingdom. So that would totally be out of character. And you know,
See,
and
that's the thing
as
is
far
she's
as
turned
Tobin,
in all of hers too, though. So
Yeah.
yeah. And as far as Tobin goes, he has always been an honest person. He's also a personal friend. He, you know, admired Sir Draven. He came here to build at a reduced cost than what he would normally charge. And, you know, he was very accommodating and very helpful. There's no reason why he would. And he even offered when we were doing a search that we could, you know, search him as well and stuff, which is Zahara never did. So, you know, I would vouch for their character and their honesty, and I know for a fact that, you know, that it had to have been done within that hour and a half. And she was the only one that was up and poking around people's homes at that time. So, you
And
know,
so
that's
Alistair might remember his twitchy eyes as well. I don't know if that helps.
right.
Yeah, can I
So,
just
yes.
say something?
So,
I think you got the wrong Robin because I was awake. Because I remember you coming and asking why he'd been moved to next to you
oh,
and
okay.
where his
Yeah,
house was.
yeah, that's right. You were awake there too. And you had just been the night before had a raptor
Yeah, well, I
claw
woke up
stolen
that
off of
day
you as
just
well.
then, had a raptor claw out of my pocket.
That's when you were sleeping upstairs in the kitchen, isn't it, Robin?
Yep.
Which again, you know, would have had to
If
have
she's
been somebody from
accusing me
Storm's End
of that,
to
the
get
only
in
two
there.
people that can vouch for me is Mo and DJ.
So, like yourself, I wouldn't think it's Robin Nightwillow for 1 second, but we should, if we're considering all the evidence fairly, just discover if he was awake or if it was just you, Sir Robin. Because if he wasn't even awake, he's not even a suspect.
Yeah, when I woke up, it was only Alistair awake and Tobin building the houses, because Alistair asked me to claim one of the houses.
Yeah. So that absolves the other Robin then, if it was you. Not that I'm accusing you for
Yeah,
one moment,
sure.
but
Got nothing to hide. I always hand all my
no, mate,
raptor claws
I know
over
that.
to Mo
I know
and
that.
my gold, any gold I get. And like
Well,
I
where do you
said,
think
it's only Mo himself and DJ can vouch for me.
Yeah, you've been
So,
around Westeros
Mo-
too long to start messing about now. So that alone vouches for
Mo,
you.
where,
Yeah.
yeah. Mo, where do you think that leaves us?
still nowhere. As I said, I mean, Victoria tried to say, you know, Robin Nightwillow's turned in all his claws in gold. Well, Zahara's done the same. And until we find out exactly who all was awake, you know, we need to get everybody together and just like flat out lay everything out.
Yeah, well,
You
I
know,
definitely know it was
any
me, Tobin and Alistair. Nobody else was awake. The only person that woke up not long after was Victoria, just to say that where's his house and why has he been moved next to me, etc.
Any
And I was
subsequent.
there
Sorry.
when you, because Tobin asked me to knock him out, to search him,
So,
which I trusted
Robin,
him anyway.
are
But
you,
after that, me and Alistair searched every house, top to bottom, every
so
cupboard, every
Robin,
hidey hole.
are you saying that Zahara was not awake, Robin?
don't know she was awake when I just got up,
Okay. Okay.
but I know Alistair was saying that he wasn't sure if she'd just gone to lie down.
Any subsequent follow-up meeting is
Either
going to be
way,
more
if I catch anybody personally stealing out of my pockets, I will cut their head off. I don't like thieves between friends and family. It's just
No,
something
there's
you
no
don't
place
do.
for it.
Too much drama
That's right.
goes on outside of these walls. You don't need it inside of the walls.
That's right.
Now,
Agree.
even if
She needs to say her
she's not
piece.
the thief, since we really don't have any hardcore evidence, the issues of attitude and not working with others, has anybody else sitting here had issues with her?
Not personally, but what I did notice is when me and DJ brought all that metal, crystal and obsidian back, everybody was helping to haul it up from the boat while she was stood there, stood by the challies, watching us all. I do believe DJ asked her to help and didn't really get an answer.
And I know as far as feeding, Elle and I are usually the ones spilling the troughs. She'll go look after her own stuff, but I have not seen her out here helping. She's kind of busy entertaining all the fellas that come by, kind of, so to speak.
The only
Well, I
interaction I
will say
had...
one thing. I have
Sorry,
been
Robert.
asked to like help move stuff from chest to chest. The reason I can't is I can't carry any more than like 50 wood at a time. But if I can help, I will.
The only question,
Oh yeah,
question I had with her,
I'll always help.
which it didn't bother me because I'm thick-skinned, but she questioned my appointment as steward, and I said, well, it's up to Lord Moe, and you know, it doesn't really matter, but yeah.
I mean, you were recommended by, what, how many people did we have sitting around the fire that night? 8, 10, something like that?
Yeah.
And I give you my vote when he was asking you, so that counts
Right.
mostly.
And for the simple fact that you're awake when a lot of us aren't?
Well, if I'd been here, I'd have voted for you, but I wasn't here, so.
You know, but yeah, so
yeah. Just,
I mean,
I'd like to always
I'll
be awake more
completely
than I
honest
can,
with you,
but
Mirth.
yeah.
It was a public discussion right around the fire there in front of the workshop, and everybody sitting there except for 1 or 2 said you.
So, well, thank you. I appreciate everyone's faith in me, and I'll try to do my best. But I'm only bringing the point up because that's the only negative conversation I've had with her, where she stopped me in the stable and she said, you know, why was I chosen to be steward? And it's just because I'm the one who's been in Storm's End the longest doesn't mean I'm the right person for the job. So.
Because you've
I'd like
been the
to
longest,
suggest
you've
that
been loyal to Storm's End. You've, like I said, you're awake when a lot of us aren't. So,
you've got a
I
good
mean,
head
it's
on your
good to-
shoulders. You make good choices.
right, yeah, you're very level-headed. And honestly, you don't want all your stewards awake at the same time.
He needs
Yeah,
to,
exactly
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to request Victoria make us some blue stags. Just saying.
I don't know.
I mean, a yellow one's okay, only the reason because it's imprinted to me and it's strong, but bloody hell. You get the nice sunny day and I can't see a damn thing.
Using that information positively, if we're awake at different times, Victoria, let me know if we need a formal roster for imprinting. If you're not going to be awake, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
And Victoria knows I'm happy at any time if like one of them have to leave, if they've read something and they can't be there, or
Exactly.
something happens where they can't feed. I am more than happy to help them with that. I don't mind doing that at all. I wouldn't mind if somebody needs to imprint at a time that nobody can be here. I wouldn't mind trying to be here to help with that either. So
Yeah, that's
I
good.
need to speak with Alistair.
Yeah, I'm no stable hand,
I'm
but
going
if
off
I was to
topic.
go, if
Where's
I was
Faith
to
and
go
Gaming?
by Victoria's horses and Nala's horses, I'd say the stags are quite far behind to what they should be.
Yeah.
That's just a
Yeah,
guess.
like I said last summer,
Just going by
had
the what horses are coming
everybody
out.
outfitted with them. Yeah.
And I'll be able to look back at my records and
We're
see what the
missing
stats were on my stag last year.
we're missing the stamina and the weight, especially. You know, uh, and that's why I was kind of saying to all hunters and stable hands, let's see if we can snag something that's got the stamina and weight and breed it in. But yeah, see, we should be like rolling them off the track. We should have our top breeders already set, and you guys should be, ready, and we can do the table training if we have to. I'm fully trained in how to do that. Can teach you
Yeah,
guys exactly
and I can help with that.
how
So.
you fight with those stags.
I mean, I got
And
my ear chewed off the
yeah,
other day by Pleo. Sorry, Lady Pleo. For not taking my stag out on patrol. Because I didn't have one at the time.
see, and that's kind of like every other kingdom's got their house mounts going, and I just feel like um, I almost regret handing the deer program over, but after going 2 rounds trying to get everybody battle ready for when they went over the wall, and then with the whole war, I virtually didn't get any sleep, but all the boys had 100% imprinted stags, and that took a lot of effort and group cooperation. So, this is the problem. It is a group cooperation, and
Yeah,
everybody should be pitching in.
I've managed staff before in a stone yard, and if they're not pulling their weight and they're giving attitude as well, then regardless of anything else, a conversation needs to be had.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does. It definitely does.
And if it helps you,
it's
I'm
not
happy
just
to have that conversation because you're personally involved. I'm just another steward
right.
trying to benefit Storm's End.
Exactly. It's not just the attitude though either. I've caught her in lies. I mean, one time she, tried to make something seem what it wasn't, just to make herself look, better to Lord Mo here, and it was an outright lie that she was telling him. She's done that a couple of times, and I just, you know, I like honest people. I like people who, I mean, if you're struggling in an area, just say so. I'll be right there, pitch in, help, what I can. But there's a little bit of pride that, these are mine, don't you touch them. When I went and arranged a deal with the Night's Watch, because they had the head damage, and we had the health. Why not work together and let's get us both up and running? I got raked over the coals for that because that was her decision.
No, you're the head stable
as
hand.
head stable hand. Exactly, but in her eyes, it's never been that way.
No, it's work.
So,
it's just a work thing.
I'm right. It's like for the better good. So, yeah, something has got to change. It does. It really does. And obviously, anything that I say just goes in one ear and out the other. It has to come from you, Lord Mo. As far as that
Miss
goes.
Victoria can tell you I ask for her advice all the time because I'm still learning. I don't know everything. So I'm more than happy for her to help me learn things that I'm not aware of, or to think of something that I haven't thought of. Sure.
You're coming along really wonderfully. I mean, I admire you. You really picked it up quite well. We had this one conversation one day where it was like, when you look at an animal, do you look at its, statistical attributes, or do you look at its age when you're considering an animal? And You know, and Nala was like, "Oh, I look at this, the statistics. You know, age and color is just all fine and dandy, but you know that's what's important." And I said, "There you go. That's right." And I remember early on in the deer breeding when I had this similar conversation with Sahara, and I said, "Oh, I see that you've marked this one stag as the breeder, but this other one here is better." And she says, "Oh, well, this one's older." And I said, "But look at its stats. It's far inferior. You know, age doesn't really matter." And she goes, "Well, this is how I breed." You know, like she just like kind of came at me with an attitude. And I'm ahead of this, you know, so this is my decision. And yeah, that's kind of how it's been since then. It's just um, yeah, you know, common sense has to take play. And like me, if someone teaches me something that I don't know, I am like, "Oh, wow, thank you," you know, uh, being very gracious. And we all need to learn stuff. There's, you know, we don't know everything. And if somebody has a little more knowledge, and especially after all the time worked with, you know, the deer, you know, I've often volunteered any help, and
Yeah,
I
you
I
must be
just
the
get a
singular
closed
deer
door and
expert in
attitude.
Westeros.
You would think. I think, what did I say? At the end of the summer, I think, including all the does, I think we had 30, 35 blue deer, and it was quite awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a painting of that I keep
Well,
meaning to put up.
Yeah.
well, can I
Yeah.
make a suggestion?
100% imprinted too.
Yes, ma'am.
You might have mentioned or started to mention this a little bit earlier, but I'm wondering if it might be a good idea for you to get with Sir Alistair. I know that I won't speak for him, but I do know that some of the reasons, and certainly not all of them, but some of the reasons he left here had to do with Sahara.
Yeah, he told me that as
Well,
well.
all he's told me, and the reason I said I wish he was here, is he had his new girlfriend here and woke up and there was a Thylo in the stable of his house. I asked Sahara about it. She said it was following her, got stuck in there, and she wasn't going in there after he locked her in his house and spent the day with Rose.
And I can tell you that is a lie right there.
Yeah, you need to
Matter of
speak to
fact,
him. Yeah, I've
yeah,
had long conversations with him, and as I said, I won't speak for him, but during the whole course of some of the things that were going on, I really wish that you would talk to him about it and find out, try to dig into it a little bit more, because there was a lot going on.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot more that he will have to fill you in on. But I do know that Sir Alistair had said that he wanted his doors locked, new keys put on it. And so I said, sure, I'd be able to do that. I had gone by and I had locked the doors, but I was unaware of a door that was upstairs in the balcony. So the next day, he had told me, "Oh, I'm just heading out, but you had missed a door." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go back." So I headed over to his place later on, and through the window, I saw Zahara in there, and she was walking back and forth. And I called from outside. I said, "You know, Zahara, are you in there, Zahara?" And no answer. So I went inside, and here she had, you know, put herself on the couch, and she pretended like she had just woke up. And she was like, "Oh, where am I? Where am I?" She's, you know, putting on this little kind of act, and I just seen her walking around right through the window. And I said, "How did you get in here?" And she goes, "Oh, well, Alistair let me in, and it's none of your business." And I said, well, I've come here to, check on the doors. And she goes, well, I will leave when I want to, kind of thing. And so I didn't bother doing anything else. I just said, okay, fine. So I left and, to wait to talk to Alistair to see if, giving her the keys. But that door was open. There was an unlocked door. I can verify that. And she was not locked in there. So the fact that she said that was definitely not the truth. And even Rukon had there was a discussion between Sir Alistair and Rukon where he said, well, did you tell Lord Mo, that she was lying about that? And he said that he hadn't had that conversation with you yet. But yeah, I can verify she was not locked in there.
Common theme is evolving here.
I know Sir Draven had to leave because of her, and Sir Alistair, and I see her.
If you don't mind me asking, what was going on with the Draven thing?
Well, one night, we were sitting around the campfire. We were doing a little sing-song thing, and just friends talking. And next thing, I had to go to the stable, and left the two of them alone. And apparently, I did not know till the day before Sir Draven had left, but she started making advances towards him, making him feel very uncomfortable. He would walk in the warehouse, and she had taken off all her clothes and was talking about certain subjects that made him uncomfortable. He told her, put your clothes back on, I'm engaged, and she was making suggestions that he should leave me, kind of thing. And he's like, I'm a happy man, just, it just got to be that, she was saying, like, let me spank your monkey, all this kind of, innuendos. And then it got to be that even in his dreams, it was starting to get bad, if you know what I mean. It was also the case for Sir Alistair that kind of a pattern had developed there, and of course he can verify all that with you. But it just got to be an environment where he just could not stay. He wanted to go, and he didn't want to tell me about it. I had no idea that that was going on because he didn't want, he didn't want to cause any stress on me. But it just got to the fact where he just had to go, and he just had to leave. And he begged me to go, and I told him I couldn't understand. And it wasn't until after his raptor claws had gone missing that he told me the truth of everything. And it just really kind of hit hard. It
I
did.
wish I'd known
But
more of this
I,
at the time, because I would have had a plain speaking words with her and said, of the two people, if I have to make a choice who I would keep at Storm's Inn, it would have been Sir Draven, no questions asked.
And since then, I have seen her give that kind of attention to several men that have come and gone. It's none of my business. What people do, keep going. But I'm just afraid that, now that we've got Edmund, I've started seeing that happen again. And Annalyn can verify. The other day I was telling him that she better make him a second set of armor. He may need it for protection. We were just joking, but it really should be addressed. And I just don't want to see another person have to leave Storm's End because of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go find Alistair and talk to him and and then talk to anybody that's not at this meeting, and then I'll have to address it from there.
Sounds good. Yeah, please do talk to Alistair.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. If that's done, have we got any more city business to discuss?
There is one more thing I would like to put on the table, um, concerning all this. Now, Draven's cousin is a stable hand and a hunter as well. And he and I have known each other from kids working in my father's stables. He's a very competent man, he's a very kind man, and very talented in his field. He and I, it's no secret, since he's, I guess, his dream time is a little different than yours, Lord Mo. So he hasn't had the opportunity to meet you yet. But we've settled out a little stable just on the other side of the trees there, called Infinity Stables, and we just wanted to make it known that we are still friends with Storm's End. We will keep our money in Storm's End. All our business will go to Storm's End because that's where my heart lies and allegiance. And anything that we could possibly do as far as gathering animals or help or support or even working around here, it will, we're right there to help you. And the only thing is he's been hesitant because of the stories that he has heard about the thefts and Sir Draven's story here, that he does not want to come in here. Now, he has put this offer on the table that if Sahara would be removed, that he would join us here. We would take over the whole breeding program, anything you guys need. With him being a stable hand, we wouldn't lose slots. Nala could take over the horse breeding, and between him and I, as we did when we were kids, working very well together, we could make sure everything is up and running and going smoothly, and put peace and harmony back into Storm's End, and make it a very welcoming, stress-free, anxiety-free, secure place. And that's an offer that we're willing to put on the table.
And Edmund is a stable hand, yes? What is his part in the
yes.
breeding program?
Well, basically, he likes the hunt. He's not so much into the breeding. So,
Okay.
So he doesn't mind using his slots. So we use his slots for the animals that need to be have tags on and such.
Okay.
So it's been. So he's had no problem with that as well.
Okay.
Let's have a look if he's into city or not.
Probably do.
I wonder if he
Isn't it doing?
I wonder if he
building?
is.
Yeah,
if
he has
Jensen
been busy
is
building.
driving.
Probably hasn't had time
Oh,
I don't know
if he
that.
asks, since I haven't seen
For
him,
sure.
it was me and Rukon that removed the stable lights from his house. We started,
Oh.
Okay.
due to the sleeping issue,
Sure.
figured that would be the next phase, try removing them and see if people are still falling asleep. I just haven't seen him to let him know it was us.
I need to come see
Even
your
though
place.
honestly, he
I had a
had
few of those
so
in my house.
he had 21 of them in his house.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow. And I
Talking
thought I
about
was bad.
spreading some light on the subject.
I think I had
And-
5.
Yeah, he had 21 of them is what we picked up from his house, and being on that
Goodness.
the problem corner anyway. That's why we had decided to try them next.
Okay.
If you need any building work done over there, Victoria, I'm happy to come over.
Yes, yeah. But you know, that's kind of pending right now.
Well,
I will say this, and this comes as a really, really heavy heart to say this, because you know how much I love Storm's End. If things do not change according to having Sahara in the stable and continuing to attitude and such, I will have no choice but to actually leave, because you know,
We're not losing you.
it's yeah.
No, that's...
Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
I got grapples. Just saying.
I got too much junk in my truck.
It has,
I got
it has
handcuffs.
been very stressful. She's been disrespected, and she's been not treated and very kind.
Well, if nothing else, it would seem to me that maybe Zahara needs to be reminded who the head stable hand is and what exactly that means.
Exactly.
Even then, I'm gonna.
DJ had a conversation with us, and pretty much said all that, and it has gone on deaf ears.
What the?
What the hell?
Why just?
Yeah, so I saw that as well.
The...
Well, is there anything anybody else needs to add? If not, I'll check on our guest here and then ride to Casterly and see if Alistair's awake.
I think I said
I
my
don't have
piece.
anything else.
Alrighty, let's see who's here.
Thanks, Mo.
Thank you, everybody.
Well, and thanks everybody for your time and patience.
Thanks, Victoria.
Oh.
And you're not going anywhere.
I already told her she can't leave me there by myself.
Please
I
don't
need
go in there. Please.
Yeah. And I agree we should
need
support
her there.
Kinga as well and get her an iguanodon up to the Castle Black.
That's what I want to do. I really want to do that. Even if we have to go out and hunt one and tame one.
That poor girl. I know
Yeah.
she needs.
Yeah.
She
I
needs
mean,
a really good animal. You know,
she's
being,
alone,
being
yeah.
that
Kendra has
she's
always
That's right.
helped everybody from the time I've known her, which has
Everyone.
been a long
Yeah.
time ago.
She's
She's
Yeah.
always. I once, just flippantly, when I was at Casterly, when I had not been there very long, and I once was talking
might
about
wanna
how much
call
I
them
love the
Lester.
sheep, and she went out and got a sheep for me and brought it to me. So, and that was just because
I
I, said
know,
how much I
that's
loved
the way
them.
she
You know,
is.
so yeah, exactly. She just,
Well, I'm not a stable
was
hand, but I'll come
always
with you if
doing
you.
stuff. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, and
Sure.
I know if he was awake, Edmund would be happy to help search for one.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he would. Yeah, I know.
for sure, for sure.
Mhm. But yeah, I'd already mentioned to
Talking
Toya
about
that I
you,
wanted
'cause,
to
yeah.
try to get out and find her one. I just
Mhm.
haven't been able to yet.
The way the
but
stable
I
hands are
actually,
split,
instead
Sahara's in
of,
charge of
wouldn't
iguanodons.
necessarily
Apparently,
have to do any
Victoria's
horses.
had a row with her that she doesn't want to
Go
give
out
you an
and see if
iguanodon
we
up at
find
Castle
one.
Black. But we're
I
going to
think that
sort
might
it.
be a little more important than plenty of horses there at the moment.
Yeah.
I'd have to get rid of some anyway, so.
Well, see.
All you did was be nice,
The
so
Maester
we're all
has
on your side.
Iguanodon, and so does the Red Priest. And I just, you know, said, well, maybe use them.
Well, we know you're
And
on your own a bit
you know, we
up there
could
at the Night's
make
Watch, so.
sure that it, you know, had the snip or whatever once she's
Just go grab my
imprinted
horse.
on it. And
Mhm.
and nope,
Yeah.
nope, wasn't, yeah. And it was like, this is Kendra, you know, like.
Oh, if they're
Oh.
willing, I don't mind breeding it when she could come imprint on it. I don't mind at all. If you don't mind us.
Let's go look what's in the stable, and then if not,
Yeah.
we can go out looking for one.
And to be perfectly frank,
all right.
Victoria, you as head stable hand have a right to use her animals without her consent, don't you?
This is
I'm gonna rip
the
these gates
argument
off.
we have.
Yeah,
Is that
it's impolite, but it's fully within your power.
I understand. Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
we
I
try and do it
understand that you like to
consensually.
do
and
those.
she's
Try and
like,
do it consensually, but yeah.
this is what
Yeah.
Sahara. This is how she views it. If it's got somebody's tag on it, their name, you can't touch it. It belongs to them. So let's say we have Mirth's name on a Thylo and I need to breed it. I'm not supposed to touch it unless Mirth gives me permission. That's the way.
That's rubbish
that's
because
the
there's
reasoning.
there's
And
city
it's
animals.
like, no.
There's city animals I've put my name on
Yeah,
just to keep
that-
them alive. I've got a Thylo somewhere in this
Exactly.
courtyard, but I never use it.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
the
and
same
even
here.
honestly, it's not even impolite because they're not our animals. They're everybody's animals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
If
the
you
whole.
if you take them
the
to
whole
battle and you
place,
get
all
something
of the
killed,
animals belong to Stormseer.
yeah. If I got a good breeding animal killed because I took it out hunting, I would expect to answer to the stable hands because they need to secure the best animals for
Right.
the city.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But because it was a female we were looking, as you know, it is always customary that we ask permission to use it just because there is that, rest time. But I just know that, the iguanodons are not being used or bred right now, so much, so we could use the
Yeah.
female. And yeah, it's like, no, you can't touch it. It's mine. It's always very territorial, and that's what I'm running into. That's we're actually going behind instead of getting ahead because of that. We could have be popping out amazing thylos right now and actually putting them out for sale, but because it's a mine situation.
Yeah, I think we need to remove you from the situation. I can assert myself as steward, and I'll just explain to her quite plainly that any breeding is for the city. Any stable hand can assist with the program on any animal, providing they're not killing things and take them out of the city without permission.
Yeah.
And if push comes to shove,
guys.
Victoria gets a decision.
Hang on, don't run away. Y'all are staying here.
Okay.
Um,
Well, even I
Hello.
mean, I don't care, Victoria. I don't care if you use a male or female of mine. Whatever you see that you need, use it. Because if you need it at that time, it's for something good. It's not because you're trying to halt anything I'm breeding. I know that.
Yeah, it only improves the stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
But
Hello.
it's just a
Hi there.
breeder's
I need some
courtesy.
water before I can sing.
Oh, yes. Oh, good.
What have I
I'm gonna
missed?
enjoy this. A song.
Sorry.
And
What are
get
we
sung
doing?
to.
What's going on?
I'll sit back
She's
down.
gonna be singing for everybody apparently.
Great.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Um. All right. Mo is coming back. Okay, it's good enough if y'all hear me. I will follow you wherever you may go. There isn't an ocean too deep, a mountain so high it could keep me away from your love. That's all I remember.
Oh, that
Ooh,
was lovely.
Beautiful.
Good
Yeah,
job.
very nice.
I did it.
Well done, well done.
Very
That was
nice.
awesome.
Very nice.
Well done.
Paper.
There you go. Was it the right thing?
And
Yeah, and John would like to
I
thank
don't
you.
have I don't have those talents, so I was gonna paint you something.
You gonna paint for us again?
Well, I need to take that tower down if we're done and rebuild it.
What tower's that, Mirth?
Over near the gate
What
there.
tower is that?
That tall one that's messy. I was just playing last night, but
Oh.
all the windows on the left-hand side are the wrong way
okay.
round.
Oh dear.
Oh,
So
okay.
it won't take me long to replant them, but yeah.
All right.
If anyone wants to go out looking for iguanodons, give me a shout. I'm only here.
Oh, yes, I will and do whenever you
Where this
have time.
painting's gonna
Okay.
go?
Yeah, I can start this building now, or
But
if you want to
you
go
do
first.
what you
Look, here,
no,
look how
you do
bad
what
I've
you
put
need
this
to do.
together.
Well, did you see the Mo?
Oh, it's
You see
fine.
the
You
bird
do
that
what
my
you need to
sister
do
made me?
first, and when
And
you
the
get
bird.
time, we'll
one
go
with
do it.
white stuff.
Yeah, I'm just going to take all this wall down and put it
nice.
back again the right way around.
That is pretty. You
Okay,
seen the one
sure.
Roscoe has at Cliffside Haven?
No, but Michael got one with bright yellow wings yesterday.
First time I've
day
ever
before
seen it.
yesterday.
It's a pure black dimorphodon.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Right.
Well, we've got one that looks like this, only it's got purple wings that came out with a mutation. This was its mommy, and its daddy had green wings, and it came out with purple wings.
Well, that sounds beautiful.
I was thinking we should maybe stagger some of these paintings around so that you can actually like kind of walk around and appreciate them. Sometimes when they're like right close side by side, you just kind of lose the beauty of each.
Well, I just
The only
need
reason
me
I'm
to
putting
grab
it
you
side
something?
by side is
no, I got everything. Just
we don't have to.
wondering if it's okay to paint here.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
That's totally.
It's so that when people show up to do it, we're not having to spend like half an hour trying to find the blank one. That's the only reason I put them together. But if you guys want to spread them out,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine too.
yeah. I was even thinking up, you know, the walkway up, we could kind of stagger some paintings along there so as people visit and they come up
That
to the
needs to come up.
courtyard,
That's
they
true.
could admire the beautiful artwork.
Somebody was here one day that said something about there's two purples, and we only had one of the purples. If that makes sense, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
There
There's a
is
purple
another
and a royalty.
Oh, there's
No,
actually two purples.
it's not. No, it's not. Okay, there's three then. There's the royal purple,
No,
there's a regular purple,
literally,
and there's
no,
another purple.
Literally, there's two purples.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them
Yeah.
can only be made in the cooking pot, though, not the thing on the
Well,
stove.
I couldn't figure out how
There
to
you go.
do it for him. So.
Made a pretty horsey.
Oh, how
Wait,
pretty.
isn't that the same one you painted
Oh,
last time?
that's awesome.
I honestly don't know what I painted last time.
I think that's the one you painted.
I can paint something
You
else.
got another one?
That way we
But-
can see all your work.
What else? What else did I paint for you, Al?
I think that's the only one you painted for us last time.
Yeah, the dragon one. You got the dragon one?
Not
did
for
the
the large
dragon?
canvas.
Oh. He's gonna concentrate on trying to do the dragon one for the bigger picture.
Oh, is that lag? No, it did go.
Yeah, the dragon one's really pretty, so he's gonna concentrate on trying to make it for the big picture.
Okay, okay.
Let's go from below. Oh, the dimorphodon.
Oh, looks like he's got it.
Right. So these are placing too low. So we'll put them on the higher foundation.
There, did I paint that
There
one
you
for
go.
you before?
Pretty.
Okay, yeah, that's beautiful.
Right.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah, it is very nice.
That's not right.
Enough to get double the reward.
We're too poor for all that.
Oh well. Can't blame a guy for trying.
True.
Thank you very much.
These people are expensive. We're broke.
There's
Okay,
still more
wait,
quests to be done.
hang on. I'll rephrase that. DJ's expensive.
Why do I come up with my being spoken on?
Hey, DJ.
Hello,
Mr. I want paid 150 gold a week. Mr. I want a blue
It was
horse.
$275. Get it right.
See?
For having to deal with you.
Good morning.
You and your shenanigans.
Thank you for making it to the meeting.
Oh, hell. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yep.
I apologize.
Well, now your pay's been
welcome.
cut down to about a gold a week.
Do you see these people here? And let's see who else. There was Mirth and Robin. Yeah, we were there. But
It's all good.
you
Y'all didn't
sleep.
need me
You
anyway.
sleep. Make sure you get rest. Yeah.
Actually, we did need you.
Yeah,
We did need you.
Was there a fight?
Well, thank you very much
Yeah.
for the quests. We shall
Thank
depart
you.
and
Thank you.
get out of here.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
Great
you for the
painting
painting.
and
No
a
problem.
beautiful
Thank you.
song.
I'm sure
Anytime.
we'll see you. I'm sure we'll see you next week for another painting.
Absolutely. If you're going to have them, I'm going to do them.
Oh hell yeah! I like
Farewell.
seeing people's talents.
Nice seeing you all again.
Good to see you.
Good to
travel
see
safe.
you.
Have a good
Nice
one.
to see you.
Oh, you missed it, DJ. Though Annalyn and Nala got out in the middle of the gazebo there, and they were boxing over a sickle. I guess Nala's sickle broke, and Annalyn said she wasn't fixing that shit and threw it back
Yeah.
at her, and it got
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, we,
Yeah, I was highly
we,
insulted.
Yeah, we got down. We got busy.
We did. Yes, we did. Then they threw water on us to try to make us stop. That didn't work.
Oh, my God.
You missed it.
Yeah. I always
what
listen
happened
to
to
this.
I was growling. Rawr.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah. She was terrified. She was terrified. That's the only thing that stopped it.
Yeah, I
can't do
was.
this right now.
I was terrified.
I'm sorry you got to.
Can't handle this right now.
Oh, it's too late. You're already handling it.
All I'm saying is Nala's sickle got fixed.
Look,
See? It was the roar.
yep.
Yeah, I mean, who could stand up to Nala's roars? I mean, they're so ferocious.
They are ferocious.
They
Thank
just
you.
scare me
Thank
to
you.
death. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the Royals very well. She used to do them at Castley all the time. Yep.
Only they were
Scared off
better
by
then. I've got a
16
little bit of
wilding.
sore throat. I did. And I made Seraph cry. He would fall down on the ground and start crying.
Yep.
Why are you so mean
Kind
to
of like
people,
DJ
Nala?
just did.
I wasn't being mean. I was just trying to show him, you know. I was just trying to show him.
Show him who's boss.
Can you guys hear me from here?
Oh, no. Oh,
Nope.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's not high enough then.
Nope. Alright, so what I miss?
I'm going to Casterly Rock to see if Alistair's awake.
Wow.
To talk to him about one of our members.
For reasons. You should go with him, DJ.
You should.
Yeah. He should stop
Have-
moving the
do-
horse where I'm standing.
Yeah, wait, hold it. Wait. Do you have
Just
food? Do you
moving.
have water? Do you have all that stuff?
No, actually, I don't.
Oh yeah, yeah. Make
Before
sure
y'all
you
get.
do.
Do you have food and water and all that stuff? Nope, guess he don't. He's going to. That's one thing they always forget. They go tearing out and then they're like, has anybody got food? I'm hungry.
Yeah, yeah.
I made a load the other night. There should be stuff in the icebox. I can make a load more now if not.
Well, they just forgot. They
Yeah.
get running and.
And I was just moving the horse. I mean, I was letting y'all know where I was headed.
If we're not here, then when you get back, we're looking for iguanodons.
Yes,
Well, be safe
will.
You too.
and good
Thank you.
luck.
Thank you.
I'll
I'll
see what's
stay
going on
safe
with
and
this
be
shit.
careful. All right.
Yeah, good luck.
Yes, you safe. Good luck.
And execute Alistair for
Alright.
reasons.
Right. Should we look, ladies, what we've got already in the barn?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. this
I
place
gotta
just-
bring the horse and baby back down to the barn,
Oh.
so I'm
Well-
head off across this way.
I was gonna say it's probably easier for you to go this way.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
We gotta move this. I was just trying to move this, but apparently I couldn't quite place it where I wanted it. But anyways, I figured we need to have one close to the mail room and one in here, so that when
Okay.
guests are here,
Yeah.
they can have water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Have we got one down at the bottom, or do you want me to make another one?
No, I have one on me to place. I just
Okay.
was having trouble
Where
placing.
did you want this one put?
Well, I was thinking,
well-
you know, just like in the middle, like right here, would kind of be nice.
Oh, can't pick it up. That's interesting. I'll
No,
to-
it falls apart. You
have to
can't
smash it
move
and
them.
rebuild it.
Can't move
Yeah.
them.
We'll do that in a
it's
bit
like
then.
Okay,
Do
well,
that
I
in a
Once
can
they're
always
down,
make
they're down.
another.
Yeah, it works
Yeah,
a lot.
once they're
Alright.
down, they're down. Have you got your horse?
My,
Oh my goodness!
Have you got your
I
horse?
forget my head.
I didn't. I mean, I can get it if you need me to. I'm just.
No, I got it. Oh my word.
See, this is why we have
Oh
fun
my
in the
goodness.
stable. If it's not me, it's you.
For sure.
well,
Did they disappear?
yeah, the second
Nope,
half of the meeting
she's
is going to be
grabbing the
interesting,
horse.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
When we hear the other side of the story.
Yeah, that's why I wanted him to talk to Alistair.
Yeah, I fully agree. And really,
That way it's not just one person that's having a problem, you know?
yeah.
But yeah, she certainly has a right to give us her side as well.
Bear with us.
Do you need a hand, ladies, or are you alright? 52. This is quite good melee, but rubbish stats. Other than that.
Yeah.
Forty-two, 45, 767.
It's interesting there's no paperwork on these.
That's true, actually. I just noticed that. They should definitely have the basics done. The orange one has good melee, but neither of them have particularly good stats.
Yeah.
Would you say, Nala? Neither of these has got any paperwork.
I have no idea.
I know.
It's yeah, I don't.
Even I would, you know, put basic if I tamed something at a certain age or found something at a certain age. But,
Who is Darius?
There's no paperwork on this cat.
he's the maester.
Okay, okay, all right.
It's probably got his, probably got his name on just to.
Him once. I think I've only met him once, so I couldn't remember if that's who it was or if that was somebody else.
It may not be his animal. It may just be they're using his name for the slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I see, the grey one is a poor animal, and the orange one has good melee, but nothing else. But yeah, the fact that,
yeah. See, she has the red ones, which is.
But there's no paperwork on either of these.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't see. This is another issue. I keep telling her you need paperwork, and that was another big issue. And she's like, "Well, I have everything written down." I said, "Well, I can't see where you write it down. You have to have it on the animals. Every professional breeder needs that because if she's not around and I need to do something, I need to be able to come in and see it. Right now, we have no clue." So, see, and then she was telling me, "Oh, I do my paperwork. Yeah, on some things, but not consistent." So this is, you know, this is another issue I've been having with her. I come in often and, you know, fill in her paperwork for her and stuff.
Yeah.
But now in this case, yeah. You know, and as far as the red ones go, I said we would even do the SNP if she was concerned about, you know, people doing her line, but yeah.
So I'm just checking.
And to be truthful, the amount of does that's in here, Mirth, you know how many does I dealt with, right? You know how it takes
to
do the mass production.
Yeah. This cat's got no paperwork either, see?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's...
It's adolescent, but...
Maybe because it's not fully grown yet?
Yeah, it's not fully grown. But...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, see, I put my paperwork on right away, I do. And if we are busy, if we have, you know, enough, like even Nala and I, we make sure that it does get done as soon as possible. But, yeah.
And I always commit mine to a memory first, even so that if something happens, like, you know, you have somebody, like the other day when I had to come up because there wasn't anybody up here in the stags, and I was like running back and forth.
So you can always picture it in your mind then,
yeah, I've got it the minute I get a chance to do it. I've still got it in front of me, and then, but it always goes on there.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean about the label? Do not use. This is the male breeder. Now I have a perfectly good health that can breed this into, and we could have a superior cat. I wouldn't ask her on a mutated one, you know, because if she wants to use that for private selling or whatever, that's up to her. But something like this, this
I
should be able to be used. But
I think yeah,
because
don't
I'm
use
the only one
don't
who
use is
breeds,
unacceptable. If you want to be an independent stable hand, that's
exactly,
fine. If you belong to a kingdom, the animals belong to the kingdom.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
exactly,
Yeah.
yes.
And I
But
agree. I
you
agree
know,
too.
yep,
If
yeah,
if there
exactly.
was a completely new stable hand, they may need to apprentice and understand fully their role. But all three of you ladies are experienced enough that you should be able to work with one another and trust one another.
I'm not a
Exactly,
lady.
exactly.
Yeah, but you're not a very good stable hand either, mate.
Hmm.
Victoria,
Yes.
did you two
Yes, yes,
On
yes.
the,
deal with the princess
sorry, could you
regarding a black horse
on
or
the
blue
on the
socks?
cat or on the
Yes,
iguanodon?
yes,
Sorry, I
I
was looking
did.
away from chat for a minute.
Do they have it or?
Yes, she was here. She picked it up the other day. Was it Slash that was with her or
So
Alistair?
this is
Can't remember.
236
That
with
was here.
51 levels to go.
Somebody was
So that's born at
escorting her,
236.
but she came and
Oh, the
she picked
Thyla.
it up. Was
Okay, the queen just said
192
that's a gorgeous horse I
on
wanted.
that one.
And I said, well, the
The
princess already
baby,
has it. She says, no, she doesn't. I thought, was she lying then?
189.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I asked the princess in return because she wanted to do a horse swap.
192. So
So I
192
said,
seems
"Can
to
you
be them.
get
We've
a
got
one of
other
those
Thylas
blue
up the
horses with
top
the socks?"
that were caught wild, but
I
they
don't know.
might
I'm
have a
not
better
really into
stat.
blue horses, but I was gonna give it to you,
I'll have a look when we're
or
in the
something,
courtyard for you.
because you had lost your horse. So you know,
And when I went, she wasn't there, so they couldn't give me one because nobody knew which one that she was supposed to give
right.
me. I went and took a yellow baby down there for the prince, and I was
Oh,
gonna
that's
pick
good.
up the
So
other
you
one,
can.
but she wasn't awake.
Yeah, I actually gave her my female
Need to message
breeder, the
Victoria
one
really or
that
Nala. But,
was the black horse with the blue socks.
I'll have,
So
yeah, I'll have a word
she
with
Right.
tried
Smith
to.
if I'll tell him now. But
I'll go sort this
if
out.
we can get the Iguanodon and we come up and see you, then you can
And
offer us the
well,
deal in
whatever
person.
horse that they're willing to exchange, you're the one who's going to get it if you want it. So pick a good one you like.
See, I wouldn't really offer you this. I mean, you're welcome to it, but Melee's the only good stat on this.
Doing a deal with the queen.
And that's a
please.
male.
Okay. Back shortly.
Who would have thought? Okay. All right.
Alright, okay. That's a male though, yeah?
I'm sure she's got.
We'll just have a look at wilds if we can beat 236, but that's quite good I think for an Iguanodon.
Okay. This is what I know.
Cool, that'd be
According
good
to
because
this, it
if in
doesn't
person,
look like anything has been into this. So I could put the paperwork on here because it doesn't look like it's had any training.
yeah,
And
both the same I
could
think.
do that.
And this one, I think this one does have a breedable, a good melee stat, the orange one. I think we should use that. I don't know about any of the other stats.
6.
I want to Thyla, right. Yeah, 192.7. I will look at the cats at the top because I think well, they're definitely better, but I don't know if they've been levelled or not. So we need to find one with bear stats.
Alright, let's go this way first, then go back. Alright, come on.
Okay, yeah, the other one definitely does have more health, but this does a lot more damage, and it has better weight as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind betting we can find a wild one with better health stat than that. That seems to be, they both seem quite low for health, for the size of the animals.
I actually used to have
Yeah.
a really good one, and I ended up getting rid of it, but that was before I came here.
Well, I wonder what the red priest is like. If we could just take a look at
I don't know.
that.
We could, sure, why not?
Yeah, and we can look at the cats that are up the top as well. let's take a look up here. There was a lot of cats up here. There might be some in another stable. A lot of... Right. Okay, so that's been levelled. Was 150. 1344. Yeah, no worries. I had to hear that. My sinuses have been playing me up today. 152. 1505 HP on that base. Where's the others? So my cat's not up here, but might be down the front. Let's go look. No, that's rubbish. 186 melee on that cat base. These have got no names on. No paperwork. So that was a wild tame, and this one no paperwork. 166. 1183. I didn't even look at this 1%. 1505. 152. Horses there. Look in the other stable. Right. Let's have a look at these. That's good. 2310 health. And it's not been levelled. That's really good health. And 165 melee. This is a good cat. Because it's only born at 38. That's a good cat. This is a good cat, this first one.
Oh, yeah.
Seven. Right. 33 is it? Okay. 198. What did I say was the melee on this one? $165. So we got Toulouse is the best cat. Toulouse has got better melee state. Yeah, this one. Is that what you got? 2310. As a base, that's excellent. 165 melee on that. 192 melee on this. 198. This bird's upstairs, I think. Yeah. I don't ever see Mason. I see his name still on things. I don't know if he's been awake.
I haven't seen him in quite a number of days.
Okay, well, yeah, there's two here, and that's Victoria's anyway, so... Yeah, pop by tomorrow, if you're feeling better.
Has got a sleeping sickness or what, but I haven't seen him in ages.
No. It's funny you see some people all the time, like you and I obviously keep the same hours, but, and then other people I just hardly ever see.
Yeah, I agree. I wonder if maybe they're on at a just such a different time. I just never see.
There's 2 cats by the front gate. Oh, it's open. 2 cats by the front gate have got no name on. After we were just talking about it. These 2, unclaimed, no name and no paperwork.
I wonder if someone brought us these, because I don't remember these being here.
No, and they look like they've been wild tames as opposed to bred cats.
Yeah, I think someone brought them here.
Right, let's finish this tower. Let's not do half a job. Yeah, I think 24 of these. That's the way around. Yeah, let's get them all the right way. Yeah, why do they place that way?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Mirth. Is that you?
Yes, mate. How you doing?
Disembodied voices.
Yeah, I've lost you. Where are you at? You inside the courtyard?
Oh, there you are. No, I'm down here.
Hey, Rafe, alright.
Hey, buddy. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, it's fine. Come on in.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Oop. I'll get there.
I hate these doors. But yeah.
Okay.
How you doing?
I am good. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Just at a town meeting, so everyone's just dispersing at the moment. But yeah. Can I get you a drink?
All right. Oh yeah. Heck, yeah. I wouldn't mind.
Okay, make your way up to the top, and I'll get you a beer out of the pub and bring it up.
Up this way?
Yeah, up to the top in the courtyard, and I'll come find you in a sec.
I'm just here visiting. I used to live here. My name's Rafe.
Rafe was the steward
An
here.
old friend of Mirth here.
2 seasons ago, I believe.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Okay. Well, welcome.
This is Annalyn and Nala.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hello. How you guys finding Storm's End?
Oh,
Oh, I love
it's
it here.
great. Mm-hmm.
It's a great spot, isn't it?
It is a great spot. Yeah, I didn't appreciate it
There you go,
until I
friends.
actually
Thank you,
started
my
living
friend.
here last summer.
More importantly, it's great people.
Yeah, it is
And
great people.
you know, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You can live basically anywhere. I could live in a swamp as long as I'm surrounded with the good peoples.
Come
Yeah,
and
that's
have a
very
sit down,
true.
Rafe, and we can chat.
Sure.
I'd love to.
I'm gonna go put this away. And I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, Nala.
Okay.
Does he know Victoria?
Oh yes.
Oh yes, I know
Oh, yes.
Victoria. She's a
I'm
very
sorry,
good
what
friend
was
of
your-
mine.
Nice. What was your name again?
Rafe. R-A-F-E.
Okay. Okay. I'm terrible with names, so if I ask you a million times, I apologize now.
Oh,
I'll
that's
let her
all
know
right.
that you're up here.
Oh, I would appreciate that. I do miss her.
Sure.
So how have you been? How's life at Winterfell?
Oh, it's going all right. Yeah, I switched gears. You know how I used to be a hunter, then I switched. I went back to my uncle and became a sellsword and became a knight over in Winterfell, and now
Yeah, I love Rafe.
I felt too many years have been wasted on killing. So I'm a stable hand now and trying to make life rather, you know.
Yeah, that's commendable. That's
Then-
commendable. Yeah, Victoria and Nala, who's just left, they're 2 of our stable hands.
Yeah, well, Victoria's good with the animals. I give her that any day, you know. She's been a little bit of an inspiration for me. So
Yeah, and I'm sure you're doing okay. But
Yeah,
if you need any
she's-
tips,
she's
she's one of the best stable hands in Westeros. So yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Miss Annalyn here's our blacksmith this season.
Oh,
I am,
nice,
yes.
nice.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
enjoying it.
Where's your blacksmith?
I'm sorry?
It's just in the warehouse.
Where's the forge at?
Yeah, it's just in everything's in
yeah.
one building this season.
Everything's in one
okay.
building. Everything's very
See that-
centrally located, and
Yeah, that makes everything really
Yeah.
convenient. Absolutely.
yeah.
She'll be
I
up
mean,
in
I
just a moment.
Oh,
I
thank you.
was at Storm's End toward the end of last summer, and having a warehouse and a separate workshop was really difficult for me.
Inconvenient,
it didn't work
isn't
for me
it?
very well. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the forges were
I've seen the same
upstairs,
thing.
and yeah.
Yeah, we've just
I
tried to
didn't
streamline
find it-
things a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you know, I'm a builder now, so I'm still a cook, but I've given up the farming. Lord Mo's a farmer.
Really?
Yeah, really. I know it's hard to believe, but he says he's a farmer now.
Yeah. Where did he get green thumbs from?
Well,
I don't
I think
understand.
it's more that, you know, he always had a taste for the dodos, didn't he?
Well, that's for damn sure. I don't know. That's well, I'm sure he's doing a good job of it, though. I mean, Mo's always been able to do anything that he puts his mind into. you know?
Yeah, I think we're all doing all right now, so.
Yeah.
Hey there,
Yeah.
Ray.
Hey, Victoria, how are you? So good to see you.
Doing good, thank you. Always good to see you.
Yeah, I
So
joined
how
you
are
in the
things?
stables. I do battle beavers right now, so.
Oh yeah.
Well, I try anyway.
Well, yeah, we've been busy breeding away and building in the city. It's starting to look really nice,
There's
and
2
we've got
raiders here,
a lot of
Yes.
future plans for Storm's End, and yeah, it's all looking good.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I was here earlier in the season, and I must tell you, my friend, Mirth was not a fan of what you had done at that point. You know, with the whole.
What, moving the gates.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan, but now. Coming in here and going into the guest stables, and it looks great. It looks really good. You did good, my friend.
Thank you. I try. I was just trying out different stuff. I think whether it was right or wrong, it needed to be different this season from last. We needed a fresh start. And it was 50-50
Oh,
if
I
it worked or
definitely
not.
agree with you. No, I agree with you.
Trial
Like yeah, exactly. You know, you gotta put your toe in the water to see if it's good or not. You know.
So, yeah. And also we do want to channel our visitors really. So you know, people like yourself are well known, but we get people come here and we don't know who they are at first. So we want to control access to the city a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's a big key now.
All right, Gucci. Thanks for popping by.
Basically,
I hope I see you tomorrow. I've got to stop in a minute. About 20 minutes. I've got to go to
have
bed.
almost like a streamlined entry and exit area.
Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's working good for you guys. I really like the guest stables actually.
Yeah, we've just changed them out again because they were made of a different material. We've had to do a quick modification because it was rotting. That wood's rotting away, and it's going to vanish. The old wood, I think so.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
sure.
Humidity too much, huh?
Yeah, it must be near the swamp, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting headaches.
Thank you, thanks, Kendra. And we hope to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, good to.
I'll be on around this time
something
for
more
about
sturdy and fine.
from the sleep for about 4 hours.
Yeah, Victoria, so how's everything going with the? You did the head stable hand. I think I heard that. Yes, I keep
yes.
tabs.
Yeah.
Excuse me 1 second. I just need to get a bit more food.
Let's.
Yeah, my friend.
Sure, no problem. Well, all I hear has been joy in the stable. We've been having lots of fun. Yeah, and well, I was having trouble with one other stable hand. I think you and I had maybe talked a little about it one time, or I don't know. It's but
Well,
we're dealing with it. Yeah,
Way
it'll
back,
all work out.
we talked about Molly at one point, and I mean that was interesting. But is she still around here? I don't know what happened to.
She's at Kingsgrave.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Oh,
Molly's not here. Oh yes. Well, I guess it's a different redhead that I'm talking about.
See, no offense to you,
but
but it
it's
seems
all
to be
good.
a redhead thing.
I don't know.
I see.
I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, Annalyn is so nice. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna
I've
say I don't
never
know
had-
about that because
she's,
Annalyn.
she's fine.
Right.
Be
I'm just
careful what you
glad
say
I'm
about redheads.
white-haired.
Yeah.
I'm old and gray. I'm fine with that. I'm neutral.
So,
But, yeah.
how are things in Winterfell? We heard, wildlings have really
it's good.
been.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have, but that's never actually really changed.
Excuse me for a
Wildlings always Yes, absolutely. Wildlings always come and try and do, you know, it's almost like they're pushing to see how far they can go. It's almost like little children. You know, how far can they
Yeah,
go
testing
before something actually
boundaries.
happens? Exactly. And since Winterfell is so close to the wall, and it seems to be that's what they're doing. Now, this season, I'm not really getting involved too much. Um, I tried to go to Castle Black the other day to kick some butt, but they wouldn't let me because apparently I'm old and feeble, and I should stay in the stables.
Oh
I don't
no.
know.
Yeah, but you've
But
experienced as
yeah,
a knight, so, and a ranger.
You don't
yeah.
seem feeble.
No, well, I actually run faster now than I did this at night. I've been training to keep up with the animals up there. So,
That's good. And do you
it's
work
not
with Kindra at all, as she's close by?
Kendra.
She's the stable hand at Castle
I
Black.
think I've heard the name.
I don't know if you've met her.
Oh yes, Kendra. Yes, I've seen
Yeah,
her a couple
Barty's
of times.
friend, Kendra. She was from Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen Barty maybe twice. This is the thing. I'm gonna head down and have a chat with him as well because I haven't seen Barty much in a few days.
Yeah, I still can't believe he joined, took the
Well,
oath.
he.
Sorry.
I
Yeah,
know.
and
He and Kendra
yeah,
both took the oath. Yeah.
it was such a surprise to me, to the point where
It's
I
a
was
shock to
actually
me.
flabbergasted. Yeah, exactly. It was like, what? Why
I tried to
would you
punch
do
him.
that?
I was like, no.
Because we
Yeah.
all care about Barty, and we all want him to
We
have his
do.
freedom, because he's such a
Yeah.
he needs
Free-spirited,
to be able to
yeah.
roam around. Yeah, I don't see him being
Mm-hmm.
bogged down at Castle Black all the time. It doesn't
No.
seem like
No,
Barty.
I
He
don't
was
either.
always in every kingdom at any time. He just went there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so Kindra's with him,
Yeah.
and she's the stable hand at Castle Black now, so she'd be your closest. Obviously, you know Victoria, and we've got Miss Nala now as well. But
Yeah, I haven't talked to them but much. There's Jack and Kitalia. They're the big dogs over there. When it comes to both the kingdom, because Lord Jack is of course the Lord, but he's also a stable hand, and he takes care of the wolves and all that stuff. So. I've tried to
I
just take a
love the
step
pink
back
wolf.
really.
Catalia's pink wolf. Not those bright, shock you blind, but
Do you know we
but
have
the
a
the
blue
soft
wolf
pink
now? It's
that
like
Catalia has.
yes, we have a blue wolf now. It's like the Arctic blue of the sky.
Or
Like
powder
it's a
blue,
really
sort of
really
powder,
cold
yeah.
day.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it looks nice. I just got mine though. It's just a normal silvery gray. I like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so. But
so how are you
Yeah,
finding a wolf compared to a stag?
can't carry as much, I've noticed. Also,
No,
on the
you
practical
can't.
side, no saddle, no armor. You now
Yeah, that's true.
take away the armor for movement, because you can basically turn on a dime on a wolf. So you have the maneuverability of the wolf, but you're missing the saddle.
Yeah, so you have to work on the health stats.
And that's what I'm finding the big difference. And of
Yes.
course, you have the bleed effect and all that good stuff from the
But
stag.
you need to boost the health stats then.
So yeah. Yes, very much so. But to the point, we used to boost it to at least 3,000 in the health for the stags as well, and we do the same for the wolves. It just makes sense. Just keep them alive.
Yeah, I'm glad you said earlier, Victoria, that you fully understand the table training, because I was going to ask that, because obviously I'll have to do the builder's part.
Yes, yeah.
I'll have to get you when we have time one day to explain it.
I know
to
Kurt. Yeah, Kurt had all the numbers for the tables, and he knew exactly how much wood, thatch, and fiber and stone we needed. So
we did that. Yeah, we did that last season at the very end.
Yeah, before everyone went north of the wall. I remember sitting on a stag. I wasn't sure what Lady Rarity was doing.
Couldn't wake up for a bit.
Yeah, and you know the whole war thing. I was. It was sad to me. It was sad because
it was very sad. You know? Yeah.
I tried to just stay in the kitchen.
And I couldn't go here. And yeah, it was so sad. I remember when I heard that the whole war thing was over. That was the first thing I did, was just get on my horse and come over here, because of course, unfortunately, no one was here at that point. But,
and there was still a lot of politics that I don't believe the rest of Westeros ever knew, of directions that we were pushed in, or you know.
Right. And I think so too. It's like because no one actually knows anything that actually goes inside the walls of a kingdom unless you're in there.
Yeah, I mean, all I know they're gone now, but I know the Lord and the Lady said they had no desire initially to declare independence until the Queen accused them of being unfaithful to the crown, and they felt forced to declare independence. So that's their take on it. The truth is to be decided when people look at both sides of the argument, but they say they were pushed into independence. So obviously that started off the whole war thing.
Right. And of course, unfortunately,
I was a part of the King's Landing Knights at the time.
Oh, hello, sir.
Yeah, so I just remember I was cooking in the kitchens, and obviously King's Landing and the Queen turned up at the gates, demanding Lady Rarity come out. So I don't know the cause of their visit, but I know that's the moment she said, she's announced to us in the keep here that I'm going to have to declare independence because I'm not going with the Queen. But she said she felt pushed into that decision, and she felt it was the Queen's doing to force Storm's End into that situation. So that's what I heard from the inside the keep, but I don't know the lords and ladies politics that went on.
Yeah, I can only go from my own experiences with the lord and
just
lady.
a little bit of advice: be careful with regards to what things you talk out. If anyone should decide take that the wrong way, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up there for a little bit. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, but I mean, I was just the cook. I was just cooking. Whoever lived here, I cooked food for them, and that was really, I had no involvement in the war, so.
Yeah, well, Sir Draven and I, we tried to give them advice as to how to avoid a war. I mean, it just needed to have a conversation with level heads and calm tempers, and just say this is our frustration, because we understand the frustration after that battle over the wall, and there that needed to be communicated better with Queen and the Crown, and unfortunately they did not heed our advice, but they put a roof over our heads and food on our table, and so I did my job.
But a lot of us had the same issue. I mean, we all went over the wall. It was a lot of us that went over the wall, and I mean, for one part, Sir Percival never came back. He's still lost. We don't know where he is. And it's you can't. And I'm not gonna blame Castle Black for it either, because to me, you could say no, and that's what I said to my fellow knights at the time. You know, if you looked at it in a level-headed manner, you you basically could say no. This is a death trap.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go in there. But we've been drilled that okay. So if you go north of the wall, you listen to the Night Watch because this is their domain, and that's what they did. They listened to the Night Watch and followed orders. This has nothing to do with the crown.
No,
nothing
to do with the crown. And the
because
Night Watch,
the Castle Black and the
they
crown
didn't necessarily
has
have the
nothing to do
best
with each other.
tactical
They are
military
independent. Nope.
Yeah.
And you know that's been proven a couple of times now. I think that someone needs to calm down.
Yeah. I'm sorry to have to interrupt, but I just remembered something that I have to tend to.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
always good to see you, Rafe, every time you come by. And Sir Draven's cousin, Jansen, has actually come out here. He's a stable hand, and we're starting up Infinity Stables, working with Storm's End and making sure all our money and everything comes in here and to help support them. And so I'll have to bring him by sometime with Phil.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And introduce you. Yeah, for sure.
Well, you know, any friend of yours and Draven's is, or family member is a friend and family member to me.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thanks for coming by, and I apologize again for having to run out so prematurely.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Fully all right.
Anyways, all good. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks, Victoria. See you.
Take care.
Take care.
You as well.
Until next time.
For sure, and stay safe.
It's good to see you there, my friends. You just pop around and see us. I must get to Winterfell one day. I hardly know the town, actually. I've been there only on 1 or 2 occasions in all my time in Westeros.
It's very nice. I'd be happy to show you around. It's built up pretty nicely. We have it's very compartmentalized this time around this season, where we have a general courtyard area where the stable hands sell their animals and stuff like that, and we have the mail room. You know, kind of normal, but then you have the residential area, which is completely isolated from everything else. Apparently, no one can go in there unless you're a residential, which I can understand. It's just, I'm not used to that sort of design.
Yeah. If you're awake around this time tomorrow, I may pop by and see you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely try and make sure that I'm awake, because I'd like to show you around for sure.
Thanks,
I have a little bit of a stable. I have like an upstairs area in the stable where I keep my beavers, and I'd like to show you around and
Certainly, I'd like that. Right.
Yeah, but you guys have done such good work here. I like it a lot.
Thank you. I feel I'm always behind. I still need to finish that tower beside the keep. I've still got to finish doing the pub. The shell is up, but I need to put the furniture in and the decoration. I'd like to have it open by this weekend.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think any builder basically feels like they're slightly behind on anything. It's just the nature of the work,
Well, walls have to come first when we start. So all the things that need building, but it has to just be walls for a time.
Yeah, definitely.
builder for years, and I always felt like I was rushing to try to get things done.
Yeah, and I sometimes feel bad that I can't be awake enough here. But I have other dreams that concern me a lot, you know.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Most days I fall asleep way too early, and I chalk it up to old age. But it's just things that happen, you know.
Yeah, I need to sleep quite soon. It feels like it's about midnight for me, so.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, then you should definitely have a little nap, I think.
At our age, Rafe, you know. Sorry, Robin?
Feels like it's bang on that time for me.
Yeah, I know, it does feel like, yeah.
Oh,
Well then, maybe I should take my leave then, so that.
I don't want to push you out, Rafe, but yeah. I'll definitely come and see you tomorrow. As I say, I haven't been to Winterfell.
Yeah, it's all good, my friend.
I'll come out and walk you out.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. I'm sorry, I'm old and I'm terrible with names. What's your name?
My name is Nala Ryland.
Oh, that's a nice name. I like that.
You two are a good pair, you know, with your forgetfulness.
That's a trend, is it?
Well, it is for me. I'm terrible with names.
Everyone's standing around here at the moment, yeah. We're all of an age.
Oh, well, yeah, it's just the letters and things falling into an order. I just can't keep up. But yep.
Okay.
No, I will not forget now. Once I get things like, if it's a fleeting thing, like, oh, hey Mirth, how you doing? And then I move off, and I was like, yeah, I forget who the hell you are. But now, no, I will never forget. I'm like an elephant.
If you do it, it's quite all right. I will not be insulted at all.
Well, lucky me.
Wildlings here. I guess while I was sleeping.
Well, stay safe on your trip.
Took stuff off me.
I'll walk you out to the gate.
I appreciate it. And, all right, thank you, Mirth.
Thanks, Nala. I'll probably see you tomorrow, Nala.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Sorry we didn't get to go out for the Iguanodon, but yeah.
Oh, no. Don't you worry about it. It's fine.
I think this is the way up. Holy moly, dude.
Yep, straight down.
You built... It's like, I need
This is going to be my pub here, but yeah. I've got the shell of the building up now.
See, I need grapples to get around. Oh, okay. So, that's your place up there, huh?
Yeah, just behind, straight in from the mailroom.
Yeah, I like that. That looks nice. You did a good job, man.
Yeah, I've got to put the tables and chairs inside, but yeah, we'll be open by the weekend.
Nice, awesome. I hope I can be for the grand opening.
Yeah. So Saturday I'm planning, because most people should be awake after the sleep on Saturday. So probably an hour or two after the sleep.
Yeah, it's a bad time for me, unfortunately, but don't let that stop you, because I hope you have a great grand opening.
Thanks, Ray. And thanks for coming by tonight.
Yeah, it's always good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, and I'll say I'll do my best to pop up to Winterfell tomorrow, as long as there's no drama going on.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you.
I'll have a shave before I come as well. I never got to find a pair of scissors tonight.
Well, you and me both. I don't know. I kind of like the shaggy look myself.
Good night, my friend.
Good night. You sleep well.
Thank you.
didn't even.
Let's go from the other end then. That chat is about it. We didn't get done what we needed to get done. But the tower will quickly go up now. I could do it in 5 minutes now. But let's put the stuff away for tonight. Oh, an egg. Let's go weaken. It's not like it's a fertilised one. Right. So let's take those off. Put my pyjama trousers on. Not that. That. Everything in here. And then everything there. Right, the meat we'll put on the bird. Right. Okay, chat. That's us done. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming by. I'll have a look if Mo's still on. If he is, I'll host him. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Dude, look at that sub. That's.
Thank you, Mirth, for the host, buddy. Nobody's here. Wow, Daniel.
Alright, so we're talking to Albert.
Wow.
About this situation to do what?
Okay. I guess last night there was a issue between Zahara and Victoria about Zahara's attitude and the way she's been
again
after the guys, I guess. And Victoria accused her of being the thief.
But she had no. Oh, I keep telling Victoria she has no proof just because that's what she thinks.
Yep. Oh no, she said she flat out accused her of being the thief. And it's come down to the point of either Victoria or Zahara is leaving. Or basically, if Zahara doesn't leave, Victoria is leaving.
Well, I got an easy way to fix that.
How's that?
Kick them both out.
That's true.
We carry on with business as usual.
But they're saying Alistair, part of the reason he left was the horror, not just the Philo thing he told us about the other night. So that's why I was wanting to speak to him. Hell, I didn't even know he left except for the note.
Yeah, I found out the next morning after he left. But he said he was thinking about it since his girl was here. And it might be a possibility that Bjork might give him the head nice position also, so I can understand that.
It's understandable. I want to see what's going on with this Zahara thing.
It works for me, but like I said, I had a conversation with them. I pulled them both to the side one night when they was having issues, and they both basically said what they needed to say, and I thought it was over with. I knew they wasn't gonna never be best friends or whatever, but you know, you got to say what you wanted to say. The other had to listen, and vice versa.
Shit,
But I
Daniel, you're
didn't know
worth
they
like
had
half a
another
slot.
argument yesterday.
Yeah, I woke up for a little bit last night, and Zahara pulled me aside. And was telling me about how Victoria was yelling at her, calling her a thief, calling her a whore, said she's trying to sleep with every guy she sees. Telling her pretty much on how big of a piece of shit she was. And then Victoria told her side of that meeting today, so
All right, whatever you want to do. Yeah.
and I mean, unfortunately, there was only a few of us at the meeting. I gave everybody the chance if they've had any issues with her. I need to know about them.
I've
He
told
never took
Zahara
an
about
oath till
her
Storm's in.
attitude where she gets defensive for no damn reason. I have spoke to her on that numerous occasions. I also explained to her that Victoria is the head stable hand. Victoria has came to me with concerns when you have been asleep, and I thought I've handled them to the best of my ability, as in telling her that, okay, you're the head stable hand, you're supposed to go and look at the animals or whatever the case may be, because one of her pet peeves was Zahara wasn't doing her paperwork. So I pulled Zahara aside. I said, look, you know your job. Animals got to have paperwork. They need to be done immediately. This, that, and she understood. And I guess she took it due to the fact that I was coming to her, because I try not to holler at anybody or yell at anybody but you. So I guess she understood, but those two are not going to get along at all. I don't know if Zahara was here last season or not, but something's definitely going on. Something between them two is like she gets along with everybody else, but those two just bump heads all the time.
Right. Well, apparently, Sir Draven left because of Zahara.
Well, his main point, let's get away from this trite. My understanding, his main point was the fact that Zahara, the little situation of Zahara finding him up there at the forge with old girl, or whatever the case may be. Now,
Oh, Sir Draven, not Alistair. Victoria's ex-fiance.
oh, okay. Well, that would mean she's gotten rid of two. If that's the case, that means she's gotten rid of two good nights.
Yep, that's
Okay,
why I need
well,
to talk to Alistair.
you have my vote.
I mean, if she's running my people off, there's no vote. I'll just tell her ass to leave.
Right. You have my vote.
I mean, unfortunately, I can't
And if she
talk to Sir
doesn't like,
Draven, so it's only Victoria's story there, but, I mean, as soon as I can talk
but
to Alistair
I
and...
gave you the note. I gave you the note. Well, the write up that she did about the thievery, the
Thievery?
thief, or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. Yeah, that, tongue tied today. And she pretty much accused her in that. Now, the point that I tried to get her to understand is she's like, I could have went by in a different direction. I was like, wow. I can't just take your word just because you sit up here and say, okay, I know Zahara did it, but you have no proof. I can't just go and accuse this
Discordia?
young lady of doing anything without the proof involved. She's like, but I saw her. You saw her do what? You saw her outside of a house. That's what you saw.
Exactly,
That's exactly
exactly.
what you told me. And she said, but I just know because Tobin would never do this. I said, I understand that. Who wouldn't do what? I understand all that. But where is your proof? Did you knock her out and find the stuff on her? Anything of that nature. That's why I gave him 72 hours. But you've noticed that there has not been another theft in Storm's End since then.
Right, right. Well, it's just like she tried to say, the one night it was only Zahara, Alistair, and Robin, not Willow, awake, and Tobin. And she's like, and I know it's not Robin because he donates everything back to the kingdom. I was like, so does Zahara.
Facts.
And then Robin Gerwood, he said no. He's like, the night you came to me about the missing stuff, I was the one awake. So I don't know, DJ. We don't have any hardcore evidence on a thief. That's the simple fact of the matter.
Right. That's why nobody's went to the wall or nobody's got their head cut off.
Right. But now if she's running the people off, I can ask her to leave. If she's becoming an issue there.
Okay. Like I said, if that is the case, I've lost two. Well, with Victoria's ex-fiance or whatever you want to call it, he knew Storm's End like the back of his hand. He knew more about the Stags than any one of us. So that was a major loss. Alistair, I can understand. I did the exact same thing that he's doing, but still,
Right.
Alistair is a major loss because he gathered just like I gathered, like Robin gathers. And he went above and beyond the Call of Duty to get stuff done. Plus, he was good with Rukon also. So that's another major hit to Storm's End.
Yes, sir. But again, I can't.
So my thing is,
I can't make a decision until I talk to him and get his side of the story. Other than that, it's just he said, she said bullshit.
yep.
It's just like what he told us with
Tell you what you.
with the Thylo the other night. I asked her about that. She said it got stuck in there, and she wasn't going in there after he locked her in his house and went and hung out with his girlfriend all day.
But Alistair has. That don't make sense because I know for a fact that Alistair's bottom doors are locked, but his balcony door was unlocked. Because I ended up telling him about it. He said he knew. He only wanted the two admin locks on the bottom. So I don't know. Like I said, get rid of both of them when we find new people. We can go poach somebody. I like Willow anyway.
Yeah. Apparently, I like Willow. They said I was trying to hook up with her the other night.
What?
Oh yeah, you missed all kinds of shit at the meeting. Said I was trying to hook up with Willow. Like, no.
Okay, you are a whore.
The thing is, I wasn't trying to hook up with Willow. The only thing I told her was she was amazing for helping us build.
Yeah, I tried to get her to stay. I tried to make her build a Knight's Tower on the other side of the keep, connecting it to the keep. But Mirth ended up stating that he was going to do the Knight's Tower. I said, oh, okay.
I mean,
she did the fighting pit for us.
She taught me how to build pretty. Build a box with rounded corners.
Really? Oh, but. Alright, where we headed?
I don't know. See what's happening in King's Landing.